All right, what is up, everyone? Welcome back. This is episode 5. I was corrected of Sea of Troubles. We're here. We're getting back into port. But before I get ahead of myself and explain what happened, let's go ahead and get a recap from somebody who can do a better job than I can. And that person will be Trey. Will be our recapper today.
All right, Trey.
They can definitely do it.
Sure. It was a very dense episode. So I think that where did we start? We started
leaving the camp. Leaving Drips.
Oh, right. Yeah, so we had picked up right after kind of the demonic ceremony with the Tabaxi tribe. And we had kind of finalized the deal of we were going to kill Chief, not Chief Drip, but the other chief, whose name is Chief Sparkle. And so we kind of wrapped up our business there, and we made our way back to the Sea's Secret. We considered taking a little rest, but we decided not to because we were all pretty spent, and if we got caught up by any other monstrosities in that forest, we might have been doomed. So I believe we got back to the Sea's Secret, and then considered whether or not we should try to take out the Thousand Teeth. But again, we were pretty low on resources and health and such, so we kind of decided to head back to Balderbrack Bay. And we kind of kept a special eye out on the way, trying to look to do some piracy. So we were looking for any sort of boats that we might encounter on the way. And we were lucky enough a few days into our voyage back towards Balderbrack Bay, but yet still outside of the, piracy illegal zone. We found a vessel, and we kind of approached it, and it was led by Captain Stormwald, and he had his daughter and some fishermen. It was just a fishing vessel, which we later found out was kind of working under Magellan Primwater, who was one of the counselors of Balderbrack Bay. And so Steiner kind of was attempting to do it a little diplomatically once he learned that these were people who worked for the person who still owed Steiner money. So he tried to make it non-lethal, but his daughter, Stormwald's daughter, Leda, kind of attacked after they had come to an agreement that would have been peaceful. And so Lady Bird and Bjorn kind of stormed the opposing vessel with kind of 12 stinky pirates behind them. And we kind of overcame them and killed all of them except for the daughter, who swam off, and much like Sanbele before, was given a dagger and an open sea in front of her. So we'll see if she comes back to haunt us one day. But for now, we took their boat. The name of the boat I don't recall. But we were...
The Blue Lady.
Say it one more time.
The Blue Lady.
The Blue Lady. And I think that we put Anna, Cyrus, and Garrier kind of in charge. It was just a little 3-man crew, and they're kind of tailing along with us, and we're making our way back to Balderbrack Bay together. And then lastly, we saw some smoke on an island. Well, not really on an island, but on the coastline as we were getting closer and closer to Balderbrack Bay. Lady Bird did a little scouting and found a few kind of soldiers there. She came back to the boat, Sea's Secret, and let us know that we should go check them out. So we did, and we met Phaedra and a few of her companions. They had been sent as well to defeat Thousand Teeth by the council, and they had failed, and they were kind of licking their wounds and making their way back. We offered them a ride, and we brought them back to the Sea's Secret, and I believe Phaedra agreed to aid us when we eventually will go and fight Thousand Teeth for ourselves, and I think that's pretty much it.
Yeah, great job. Definitely got to have a hero point on that.
Sweet.
Pretty much spot on
Well played.
everything, at least as far as I remember. So yeah, let's go ahead and head back. We are going to pick up right where you return to the Sea's Secret.
Hey, Keegan.
Yes, sir.
I'm showing us having 7 hero points, and I know that can't be right.
Yeah, okay, so it's a Roll20 sheet bug. So every time you level up, it's going to give you hero points based on like what the hero points rule is in the DMG. Just try to remember what you had. If you don't remember, it's okay.
I think I had 1 left.
Okay, so then you'd have 2.
Yeah.
So just keep that in mind when you level up. That when you hit that next level, your hero points are gonna
Get all wonky.
go up to your. I think it's your. I'm not really sure how they calculate. I think it's your care. No, it's not that. Yeah, I don't know how they calculate it, but it's gonna go up a lot. Just put it back.
Might
to
roll
what it
it.
was.
Didn't do anything, so I don't know if I got a busted ass sheet or what, but it didn't change at all.
Okay. Well, that is a good thing.
Yeah.
Well, let me make sure. Yeah, weird. That is weird. Okay. But yeah, so we are back, and we are arriving back at the Sea Secret in the middle of the night. Most of the people are awake, and there are a few that are below deck. Waterfalls below deck. Spinner's taking a nap. So is John Claude. But as you return back with Phaedra, you help her hoist up onto the Sea Secret. You stow the rowboats, and she looks around and says, "I've heard stories of this."
This vessel specifically?
Yes, Captain Balderbrak. Right?
God rest his soul.
Oh. He passed.
Yes, he has. Quite recently.
From pirate stuff, or?
Steiner would laugh at just pirate stuff. Natural causes, actually. Quite a rarity amongst pirates.
I see. Sorry, if you were close to him.
Yes. We've had our time to grieve. He was not the first pirate we lost.
Of course, of course. Well, if you don't mind, do you have something to eat?
Of course. We have rations for everyone.
Who are you? Oh, hello. She looks over at you. My name is Phaedra. No! Not you! Who are you? And he points to the guard behind her. My name's, Johnson. Chadris Johnson. Ha! He looks over at Ladybird, and he looks back to Chadris. I see something in you. You look suspicious. Ladybird, maybe check him out.
And my eyes narrow as I check out this Johnson.
Chadris Johnson.
Yeah. And I'll see if I notice anything up about him.
Sure. Yeah, make a insight check.
Can I also do one?
Sure. Yeah, so you're both pretty sure there's not necessarily anything up with Chadris. He looks tired, beleaguered. He's been journeying for a bit until he probably hasn't eaten for really recently. He's been carrying around his friend. Most likely just lost a lot of his...
Yeah, he's not the one with the missing leg.
No, he's
right?
not.
And then I cock my head and look towards Micmac.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
And I see what he's getting at. Can I use my insightful wisdom on him as well?
Sure.
Nice. Much better.
You're pretty sure that Micmac is just saying this to be intimidating.
And I'll say, keep a close eye on that one.
Uh-huh. And if you do anything, I'll cut your toes off. Uh-huh.
Toes!
I'm a member of the Balderbrack Guard.
Shut up! Yeah.
And Micmac just kind of is nodding his head and he walks off a little bit. So,
Steiner would step forward. We don't want to lose any more toes here. I think your toes will be fine. Don't mind him.
okay. Well, the food.
Bit of a bossy one, isn't she?
Sorry, I'm just very hungry.
Where do we store our food on the sea
Below
secret?
deck.
Below deck.
There's like a mess hall area.
That's what Spinner's here for, right?
Sure, yeah, Spinner is asleep.
He be sleeping.
Well, our usual excellent chef is asleep. Unfortunately, I wouldn't
Captain, I
wake
can
him
take
up.
her down. Don't worry. Follow me.
And as he walks by, Phaedra holds her nose.
Yeah.
And Stinky Perry leads Phaedra and the guards down to the mess hall.
I think I'll follow with them and start tending to their wounds while they kind of eat. I'll be going around and doing just some cursory checkups on them.
Sure.
And I've got a good amount of healing that I'd be comfortable dishing out.
Yeah,
as
make
well.
a medicine check.
Yeah, sure. Not great.
You're aware they're probably all suffering from some mild exhaustion. Probably nothing more than like level 3 at the most.
Yeah,
They're all about half health.
more-
They probably have, small, between 10 and 20 hit points.
Yeah, I think I'd be paying most attention to make sure that the wound is like clean of the one that's like got bit off.
Mhm.
And I would want to pop him a little bit of chiropractic healing.
Sure.
I'm gonna take 6.
Can you make an investigation check for me as well?
Yeah.
Okay. You would know, Ladybird, that all of these wounds don't necessarily seem to be from a giant crocodile. There
Okay.
are arrow wounds.
Yep.
Looks like one of them got smacked with a rock, maybe, or some blunt object to the head.
Okay. And as I'm sort of tending to this dude, does he seem to be in a lot of pain?
Yeah, so he's got a big welt on his noggin. So he can't even put his helmet on, actually. That's why you noticed it.
Yeah. And we don't have like morphine or anything like that.
No.
Or I'm not giving him morphine. So I sort of want to almost pat him down a little bit.
Like searching for stuff?
Yeah, I just want to see if there's like.
Yeah, make a sleight of hand check.
I will do that. I will.
Yeah, you don't necessarily find anything, and you're getting a little handsy when you do it. He kind of chimes up and says, wash it. So, not the guy with no legs or Shadris, but the other guy.
Another guy watches. Because I was yeah.
No, so the guy that you were patting down was the guy with the welt, right?
No. I'm looking at the guy with his leg bit off.
Oh, gotcha. I was saying that guy would just say watch it then. Sorry.
Yeah. And I'll like kind of mutter a little bit, just chattering, and kind of continue on the way of just making sure the wound is okay. I think with the healing, it should at least stop actively bleeding, changing dressings and stuff like
Sure.
that.
Yeah, you're doing a fair amount of help.
Yep. Then for the night, that's pretty much all I want to do.
Okay. Snapper will walk up to Steiner at some point and say, Captain Steiner.
Yes.
He looks over to the new ship. Is it smart, to have a stolen ship when there's and he looks over towards the places you can kind of go to the bottom of the ship, and he says, when there's guards here?
Well, we're bringing it to Balderbrack Bay, one way or the other. Yes.
okay.
If we're worried about the guards seeing it here, we might want to reevaluate whether or not it's wise to bring it there in the first place, but I don't think that they'll say anything considering the power dynamic aboard, if you know what I mean.
Right. It's just, sorry. I'll go, and he kind of walks back, and he slips and falls momentarily. He sort of kind of catches himself, and also
Could
Yeah.
Could Steiner help him up?
Thank you so much, Captain Steiner.
Problem, Snapper. And just know, what you say is not unwise. I understand where you're coming from. Don't think I'm dismissing you.
Come on, Shelly. I've been scrubbing this all day. Yeah, sorry, Oswald. Kind of leads him over. So they're kind of finishing up their daily maintenance on the ship.
Work.
Yeah.
All right. And with that, is there anything else you guys want to do before you head back to Balderbrack Bay?
No. I mean,
Yeah, I think the rest of the voyage, Ladybird wants to just be bringing everybody back up, like nursing everybody, pretty much.
Sure.
Get them healed up
Some of that
before
health?
we enter.
Would
Yeah, it's gonna
Ladybird
be
break the observation that some of these wounds don't seem to be from Thousand Teeth?
Yeah. Actually, I think whenever we have a moment, kind of as the officers of the ship, and maybe with Anna around as well,
Sure.
Ladybird would definitely communicate that. Just regular talking when it's just the four of them. She doesn't really have a problem with it.
Sure.
But yeah, I think when they're all gathered, Ladybird will say, "It is clear to me that these men that we've brought aboard were not only fighting Thousand Teeth. They've sustained wounds from arrows and rocks and maybe clubs as well. And would I know of anything on the island in that vicinity? Like, are there tribes of people?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, there's island natives. There's all kinds of different stuff that it possibly could be, but yeah, around that area, you could expect there's probably some natives that are humans.
And yeah, so we'll just kind of pause for a moment and continue that. I don't know if it's anything malicious or just the island, but when we go back, we should be prepared to deal with more than just a crocodile.
As I recall, they did say that they were sticking to the beach side of the island just to avoid any threats. They did say that they fought things on the way, I think. Didn't specify what.
Maybe that
Perhaps I
happened in your boat. It definitely did not occur in my transit, but I'm sure I would have remembered something like that.
My memory is fleeting. I'm not
I
so
think
sure.
you are right, Captain.
Yeah, I remember it too. She looks at Ladybird. Like,
Ladybird shrugs.
It seems there's always something else in these adventures, so perhaps we bring a couple more friends this time.
I've already made one in Thedra. Perhaps I can ask her exactly what they fought.
Anna's gonna kind of nudge you in the arm, Bjorn, kind of in a friendly manner. What's the fun in that, huh?
I guess there would be less glory for the two of us.
Less for you, maybe.
Very well. It doesn't seem like anyone's going to die before we make it back to the bay. I think we make sure that they have a pleasant rest of their voyage with us, and, well, we've done nothing illegal. I know that there was some talk I overheard. Some of the crew were nervous bringing in another vessel, but again, this is all well within the code.
They're really just guidelines anyway.
Guidelines anyway.
Anna chuckles and kind of catches herself.
It seems we're making quite an impression on you, Anna. Not only are you becoming more and more pirate-like by the day, it seems you're becoming even more and more of a Viking. Wouldn't you say, Bjorn?
I'm starting to see it.
If you were to ask my brother, I was born pirate-like. Attempts to make me a lady all failed.
Thank goodness for that.
And hopefully, we'll be able to meet this brother one day. Show off how far you've come.
She looks down. I don't think that will be a possibility, Ladybird.
Ladybird nods.
Okay.
Every day we learn something new with you, Anna.
And that will continue on. She burps. Oh, excuse me. All right, I'm getting bored, and she leaves. All
He
right.
needs
Do
to
we
get back
need
to.
to revisit this at some other time with Anna and her mysterious past? I know I don't have any intention of digging into mine anytime soon. And well, Bjorn, I feel like every day is digging into your past.
I'm of the opinion that if one wants to speak of their past, they're free to do so, but I know from my experience, I've never appreciated those asking of mine.
Well, then we'll see what happens. I, for one, could use some time with ground beneath my feet.
I could use a nap.
And Macbeth comes in and just throws open the door. He looks around.
Ladybird?
Ladybird?
That one guy. I was Micmac was minding, Micmac's business. And then, that guy said Micmac steals from him. But that's a lie. Micmac wants you to know Micmac did nothing wrong. Uh-huh.
And he nods.
Micmac? Take their stuff. Question mark.
No.
Is Micmac in the room with us at this point?
He's holding the door open outside of the room.
Do an insight on him.
You get this. He probably stole some shit from them.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Steiner
check.
motioned him in.
Oh, yeah, Micmac is important. Mm-hmm.
And he closes the
Yes,
door.
Steiner would just hold out his hand.
Oh,
And he
Just stare at him.
slaps your hand.
No.
like in a low 5.
Who just keeps staring at him with his hand outstretched.
And he kind of leans past.
Ladybird, what does, Captain Steiner want from Micmac?
To hand over what you've taken.
Oh,
And he looks up at you, Steiner.
Micmac? No steel?
Steiner would be smiling, but still hand outstretched.
Make an intimidation check.
It's not meant to be intimidating, I guess.
Yeah, but
It's
yeah.
just okay.
Or make a. It could be persuasion too. Micmac
I've already
pulls
rolled.
out from his loincloth that he wears behind there. He pulls out a small coin purse and says,
Whoa! Where did this come from? Oh, Micmac will give this to the captain.
and he puts it in your hand.
Okay.
Steiner's
I'm
kinda
coming!
He yells out
I got it. Micmac has to leave.
no, wait, Micmac. Wait.
Oh,
and he
And
comes
Steiner's
back.
kind of jiggling the coins in his hand. Does he get a sense of, is it a relatively full, relatively not full?
It's
And,
yeah, it's
how good is the
paltry sum, and if you open it up, you'll see it's just silver and copper. It's not anything.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think Steiner would open it up. Steiner would hand it back to Micmac with a bigger smile on his face. Who said hospitality was dead?
what does that mean?
Micmac, the
It-
ship gets a cut.
I think he's done well enough with his own haul. That's fine with me. Unless Bjorn, you want to take your cut, you can rest assured it's not that much.
It seems he's worked hard for this one. I could forgo my cut.
Micmac takes the coin purse and he looks at Ladybird.
Take their stuff.
The only advice I offer you.
Sorry, go ahead, guys. Whoever, let's chime up.
Steiner would just say, my only advice to you, Micmac, is perhaps you should steer clear of these men for the rest of the voyage.
Uh-huh.
And he walks out. All right.
Do we have to pay the guard back? We should pay the guard back. You know we should pay the guard back. Not. They are.
Did
our
you see
guests.
how happy he was? Gosh, there's no price for that.
Ladybird will put down just 5 gold. So just to pay the guard back.
I'll take care of it, Ladybird. You can keep yours.
She shrugs and goes and says, Micmac! And takes him up to the crow's nest to practice keeping watch and stuff.
Okay. Yeah, he'll go up with you. His dark vision's not very long range, but he'll accompany.
Yeah.
All right, and with that,
He can work on his form.
do you pay the guard back the next day?
Yeah, I mean, Steiner might want to meet with Phaedra at some point.
Oh, sure, yeah, we
Before
can,
they got back.
actually. I'll move you back. We can roleplay that. Yeah, so we'll say, do you call anyone to the talk with Phaedra?
Would Bjorn or Ladybird like to sit in?
You want to for sure sit inside, leaning against the door.
Sure. Yeah, we'll say you're kind of having a private conversation with Phaedra, Bjorn, Ladybird, and yourself.
Ladybird's on Micmac duty for
Okay,
the rest of
sure.
the trip.
Yeah, we'll say it's
making
the
sure
next
he's not-
day.
Yeah.
And Ladybird's on Micmac duty. And you see him definitely, like, chomping at the bit to fuck with them more labor and steal more shit, and but you kind of keep him in check that you're following him around and making sure he's being good.
Yeah, he's got extra chores today.
Yeah. And Thager will enter and it'll close and just say, "All right, what is this about?"
I just had a quick question. Nothing too major.
Shoot.
My ship's medic made it aware to me that it seemed you had fought more than 1,000 Teeth in your voyage, and this is not a great surprise to me, but I was hoping that, in the interest of full transparency, considering we are going to share a voyage together, what threats did you run into?
She nods.
Yes, we did run into some opposition on the way. Natives. Tribal. Aggressors. Savages.
They simply attacked on sight?
Yes, well, the entrance to the cave where Thousand Teeth resides is next to an effigy. The natives call it Dakafluga. It's some beastly god. It looks sort of scary, the effigy. That was the marker that I knew how to locate the cave, so we went there first, and then unfortunately there were natives there who attacked, and a number of the men were killed.
Does the effigy bear any resemblance to the monster itself?
No, I don't believe so.
Sort of human-ish in nature. Large, a lot of muscles.
A strange coincidence, then. Perhaps now that you know the area a little better, do you conceive that there's a way to get back to Thousand Teeth, perhaps foregoing seeing the natives?
She thinks.
It would be possible, but there's a chance I get lost.
That's the main marker I know to identify.
You didn't have a captain quite like Steiner on your last journey. We'll be fine.
Plus, the
And
natives
perhaps-
are all around in the bamboo forest.
Yes, perhaps on our voyage back towards Thousand Teeth, we can discuss the more gritty details. I was just doing my due diligence and making sure that there was nothing you were hiding.
There were some captives taken of our men.
Do you know anyone who would pay to get them back? Steiner would say with a smile.
She thinks for a second.
Probably Ada Owland, the council.
It's their men, after all.
Well, we just so happen to be going to see them anyways. I suppose I can make that known to her. That's good information. Thank you, Phaedra.
Seems we'll have one more thing to talk about.
Sure. Is there something I can ask you?
There certainly is. But if I may be so bold, I might know what this is about. Is this about one of my crew's interactions with one of your men?
Yeah, the little runty. Is it a kobold?
Astute eye,
is a
Phaedra.
kobold.
He stole some belongings, we believe.
Do you know to what amount?
A coin purse, paltry sum, but it's all he has to his name.
You must understand, first off, that I'm willing to reimburse your man. But also, just tell me the amount and I will pay you myself. My subordinate is irrational. However, he's sort of like my pet, and seeing him this happy to do something so menial brings me joy secondhand. So I apologize on behalf of the crew, as you are our guests. I will make this right, but deal with me for this matter.
I don't necessarily care. He's the one that cares.
Well,
I just don't want to deal with it,
understandable. Tell me the amount and I will make it right.
2 gold pieces.
Does Steiner have any sense if that is the correct amount?
Sure, make an insight check. Yeah, so she kind of like shakes her head and shrugs her shoulders like that's around what it is. It could be more or less.
Okay. Yeah, Steiner would give her 2 gold pieces.
Pass them along. Thank you. Also,
Thank you.
I've seen that ship before. I knew the daughter of its owner. We went to school together.
Was she as foolhardy as a youth as she seems to be now?
She smells.
Yes.
And she looks at you. You can tell she's kind of observing your face now a little bit more than she was in the past.
What happened?
Steiner might be observing her back. Does she seem...
notice her noticing.
They both squint.
Does she seem offended or any like, or is it just kind of she just
Make an
is
insight
more
check.
keenly interested? Okay. I'm on a boat though.
I'm not sure. She seems
On a boat, though.
just inquisitive. You don't necessarily deign any motives or anything like that.
Okay. And Steiner would be vaguely honest with her. He would say, well, the girl that you know, or knew, is still alive as far as I know, but she unwisely resisted our business dealings with her father.
Make a
Last
persuasion check.
go.
Cool.
Well, I guess, yeah, that makes sense.
I don't expect you to.
Did you make her walk the plank?
She jumped on her own accord.
Phaedra nods.
Oh, I never really was that much of a fan of her, but I hope she,
Is dead or anything.
I have a feeling we'll hear from her again someday.
And did you know her father by any chance?
I've seen him a couple times. I know he was a fisherman.
She kind of pulls up her lips and moves them to the side in a kind of unknowing expression.
Yeah, other than that,
Couldn't tell you his name.
Very well. Anything else?
Nope. Thanks for the food, by the way.
Thanks for your assistance with this 1,000 teeth.
Yeah, I'm getting paid for it.
Aren't we all?
Business brings people together. That's my experience, at least.
All right, well, I'm gonna go sleep some more. Goodbye. And she walks out. All right, and with that, I'm on the way back to Balderbrack Bay. Is there anything you guys want to do before you get back?
Go ahead.
I was just saying that was it for Steiner.
Are we gonna pilot both of these ships in separately? Are we gonna stagger the approach? What's our plan here? Are we just gonna bring them both right in, sail up, go talk to the guys, and then go back and sell the ship afterwards? I kind of feel like that's the move.
I think that's what we do. I think we just balling about it. Like, we'll pay for both the slips, park the boats,
Collect
Hell
our
yeah,
reward.
Yeah,
tell the
head
dock
straight
master
to
what
the...
the deal is. Yeah, and head over and try to sell. Or try to turn in, and then eventually sell. I imagine selling a boat isn't just a 20-minute transaction anyway.
We got a whole week there anyways.
Probably takes a couple days to get a buyer and all that shit. You know, we're
Put
not
in a
putting...
used boat lot.
What's up?
Just go to the used boat lot.
Yeah, exactly. Sell it on
Put it up
consignment.
on eBay.
All right, and with that, you guys return to Baldebrak Bay. Okay. And as you return, you come up with both of the ships. You have a spot on the dock, kind of reserved for you. Eventually, you will have to pay to reserve it, but it looks like Baldebrak was already paying for this month. You can park both ships in your spot, and with that, the dock master comes up. He says, "Oh," pulls up his sheet, and then he looks up. "Oh, sea secret."
Indeed.
Good. Oh, new ship. What's this?
Indeed.
Is it Pirate Plunder? Looks at you. Oh, I know this ship. A Stormwatch ship.
It was.
He looks up at you, and you kind of see his expression drop. Oh. Looks over to you, Bjorn, then to Steiner. All right, then. All right.
Will there
Bjorn,
be
I'll-
any extra to dock the ship?
Nope. He looks over in the spot, and it looks like you have enough space to kind of. The ship's pretty small. You can kind of dock it in the same space. Should be fine. All of my men tend to it. Make sure it's okay.
Goran will toss him, will put 2 gold on his clipboard there and say, and a little something to keep it off the list.
Sure. Make a persuasion check.
Nice.
Oh, and you see him go down, and he has a pencil, and you see him just tear off the bottom part of the sheet that he was writing on. I fell, slipped, and the sheet tore.
These docks do look a little uneven. Watch your step out here.
Smiles. And then he walks away, and then he turns back around, and he looks at you, Bjorn, and says, Stormwall was a piece. Thank you.
Doing Baldebrak Bay a favor where we can.
Please.
Mercy killing the old people.
Euthanasia.
Yeah.
All right. And with that, you guys
Steiner-
are in Baldebrak Bay.
Yeah.
What would you like to do?
First things first, would we like to go collect our bounty if possible?
Yep.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, you guys can go up to the gates to the council. And as you
Do we
get
wanna-
there, what's up, Jack?
Do we want to turn in with 3-3 first? Or just send... We don't collect anything from 3-3, right?
Nope. In fact, when you dock, Waterfall's just gonna
Waterfall.
immediately start heading towards 33. So you can go with him if you want, but that's where he's going.
Yeah, I think I would just, in Tabaxi, say to Waterfall, just send 3-3 our regards and best wishes. And that'd probably be it.
He nods and walks on.
And Ladybird turns back to Bjorn and Steiner and just shrugs and gets her shit ready to go.
bit of a stick in the mud, that one.
Dick in the mud.
He has no future as a pirate. Unfortunately.
As you
Sounds
head
good.
towards the council, you will run once again into Winstall at the gates. It's like he's doing his job there, and come up, say, "You're back soon. You're looking for a
Is that
rematch."
Winston?
He looks at Bjorn.
Always
I
be
didn't-
happy to oblige.
I almost didn't recognize him without Bjorn's weapon in his chest. But
As I remember it never happened.
I had a similar feeling.
well,
Maybe one of these
perhaps
days,
the
when you grow up.
perhaps the rematch. Go ahead.
Sorry, what were you saying, pirate?
Perhaps one of these days we can arrange this rematch, but right now I think we need to speak with your employers. We've completed at least some of the business they've offered.
By my employers, you mean the council?
Yes. Am I mistaken that they employ you?
He doesn't answer. He turns back to a guard, kind of waves his hands.
Ooh.
Guard leaves, and we'll kind of head back to the across the bridge and towards the council. And he just sits there in silence, staring at you.
I think Bjorn would offer him a gladiator handshake.
Make a persuasion check.
With advantage from our tussle?
Sure. He looks you up and down as you hold your hand out, and he'll give you a gladiator handshake, pull in, and he'll say, "While I can't commend your skill, I can commend your heart."
Until next time.
And after a fair bit, the guard will come back, whisper something to him, and Winston will look up and say, "Only 2 members of the council are present today. Anders seems to be under the weather. Just so you know. But follow me." And he turns around and he'll head across the bridge. Brings 6 more guards with him, with you guys. Do you bring Anna?
Part of me thinks Anna's on Micmac duty.
Okay. Anna's on duty. Okay. Gotcha.
Seems like she kind of wants to stay out of the spotlight of these people anyway.
Sure. Okay. And with that, you guys head up to the council. All right. Let me pull you down. Sorry, I don't know why. Boom. All right. And Winston will lead you in, and you will be allowed to enter. Some guards will come in with you.
Do they make us put away our weapons? this
They
time?
do, yeah. Are you cool with it?
I don't know, Bjorn. Are you cool?
Yep, same deal though.
All right. And as you enter in, let's put on some music.
We gotta get Bjorn some knuckle dusters so he feels like he could just have a weapon on him.
You'll
more of a
enter,
fast
and 2 of the council members will be here. There is Magellan. He's leaning up against this pillar in the back, and Ada is standing, waiting for you. Hello.
Ah, Ada. Pleasure to see you again.
Yes, you as well.
Steiner would walk up and hold out kind of that wooden talisman. I forget exactly what to call it, but the kind of just the map, if you will, that led us to the Sahuagin cave.
Yeah.
And would kind of just hold it out and say, well, Ada, we've concluded some of the business we previously talked about. We've taken care of the Sahuagin den. They should not be causing you any more trouble. And after a brief reprieve here, we intend to make our way to deal with that other matter.
She walks forward. She'll reach her hand out, take the talisman. She turns it over in her hand, as in inspecting it pretty closely.
The Sahuagin are entirely dealt with.
All of the ones that were in their nest, if you will. On top of killing the fully grown ones and apparently their leader, we even opened up some hatchlings to be sure, and he'd shoot a smile over to Bjorn, and we killed their young, just in case.
Good, well, that's exactly what we asked of you. You will receive payment in full. And the council thanks you.
And Magellan will chime up.
Ada, are we really going to take the world of pirates seriously?
He walks forward and he looks at the talisman.
A piece of wood is enough.
Perhaps you would like to come and check it out yourself.
No, that's what I pay thugs like you to do.
It's just you, silly, and he turns back to Ada.
I trust them. Magellan, please.
I would just like to say that it was not specified we would need to bring any specific item. Perhaps if you were more clear, Mr. Magellan.
The captain speaks true, and this is enough.
Asked.
You forget that we are named Baldurbrack Bay.
Fine. And then Ada will turn back to you.
Anders is not here, and it was mainly his initiative, but how fares the slaying of Thousand Teeth?
Well, we were left quite short on resources after dealing with the Sahuagin threat, so we must put it off for another day. But we have gained some valuable intelligence. We've met one named Thedra, who I believe you know.
She thinks.
I've never heard the name before.
That will puzzle Steiner. Well, I was told that she had fought Thousand Teeth at the behest of the council. However,
Ada's eyes
She
kind
had-
of jump in recognition.
Oh, was she a part of the
group that we paid, and she turns over to Magellan, kind of snapping her fingers like she's trying to remember.
Yes, Anders did send someone out.
well, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but they did fail, but not all of them died. And for that, I am personally thankful, because what they can still offer is some insight on who and what they fought.
I told him it was a bad idea. Hiring people we are culpable to protect, if they fail, causes problems.
Yes, well, I'll have you know that the survivors of this mission we brought back personally. They were struggling on the beach, fighting for their lives, but
Magellan kind of twirls around. He's listening.
And of course, you would like to be paid to rescue the rest of them,
the rest of them, if there are any left.
Ada chimes
I
in.
was told
Of course, you would be paid.
She turns to Magellan.
That is the least we owe to their families.
Magellan chuckles and
Ladybird also kind of chuckles and shakes her head and says, "Culpable."
Well, needless to say, the deal is still on. And
as she drops her head in contemplation, raises it back up. There are further issues here. Perhaps it is too early to trust you with resolving them.
Resolve.
Again,
perhaps it's too early. But perhaps it's not.
Why bring it up if you did not want to tell us?
To let you know that there is more work for you. It does not stop here. Maybe that will incentivize you a bit more.
Can Steiner look over at Magellan and see if he's making any noticeable
make an insight check.
reaction?
Yeah, you notice that Magellan is somewhat surprised she's saying this. You can tell he doesn't like it. But he seems to be he's an annoying fop, but he seems to be at least a little bit clued into social graces, so it doesn't surprise him too much.
Well, wherever there's money involved, certainly we would be more than willing to listen to these issues that you face and be happy to resolve them.
Paying pirates to kill other pirates. Genius. I don't even know why I'm here.
And Magellan just walks off and leaves. She looks back to you.
I'm sorry, he's dramatic.
Killing pirates?
I'm sorry. Kill the pirates.
Again, I'm sorry, it is too early.
If I might only ask,
Go ahead.
for what would these pirates need be killed?
Make a persuasion check.
Could I use a hero point on that?
You can. And you see she's kind of has some internal struggle about not telling you this early, or even telling you at all. And eventually she says,
There's a lot of potential investment coming from Scipia. Problem is, certain activity, especially out of Reaver's Bend, is causing issues.
Obviously, I don't mean to pry, but I'm only curious what kind of activity, so that perhaps we can avoid it. And I look over at Lady Bird and Bjorn, because I feel we have a good working relationship here so far, and I would hate to spoil it over something avoidable.
make another persuasion check for me.
Nice.
Smuggling. Drugs. Also the interception of certain ships that are forbidden to be intercepted.
Steiner once again looks at
In fact, a ship with
Lady Bird and Bjorn.
Important Scipian dignitaries was raided. Of course, this looks bad for not just Baldebrak Bay, but the prospect of any investment at all in the entire island. If we can't get this under control. But I've said too much.
Does this, just as, like, I'm not going to say anything in the moment, but does this seem like this is something that Crenshaw was up to?
Make a history check.
That ain't worth much for this bird.
Totally could be. You're not sure about specifically if it was, but totally could be.
Because Anna's Scipian.
Yes.
And
Or was Scipian.
we know that for whatever reason, they're still very unclear. You know, we gotta just talk to Anna and get the real story with what went down with them in Crenshaw.
Yeah.
But it seems like eventually that could be something we talk to with Ada. Ada has no idea that we
Killed Crenshaw.
murked Crenshaw. Like, this could be something eventually that we could bring to them as being like, look, we're doing it. Those are the thoughts that are going through Lady Bird's head.
Can I be assured that you will solve this thousand teeth problem?
As long as we can be assured that the bounty is still good, and that
Yes,
your
your
good
bounty.
faith
I
will be
forgot.
extended.
And she waves over at some guards, and they come and two from the last time come up and they drop one of the two chests filled with one plunder. Or sorry, two plunder each. No,
Right, 'cause
one
it's
plunder each. Sorry,
500 pop?
yeah, one plunder is 500 gold. So
And they drop one. Of
yes,
the two
yeah, because
chests?
it was a total of 1,000 gold last time for both. Right.
Oh, I thought it was
1,000 apiece.
1,000 a pop.
Um,
That could have just been a miscommunication. I'm not.
It could have been.
Sure.
I'll give you 1,000 for now, and I'll go back and watch the bot and make sure.
End it all as fast as possible.
Yep.
But yeah, so you can have 1,000 for now, and then I'll scale it back later.
Sweet. But we gotta sell that, right? Like
Yeah,
not-
it's pretty
not
easy in town.
gold.
You just go and drop it at the market. So
Okay.
Yeah, it's like on the fly plunder. That's hard. Cool.
Well,
Yeah.
Ada, it's a pleasure doing business with you. I assure you that we will do our best to take care of Thousand Teeth.
yes, and I hope we can continue this relationship.
And Anders was the name of the guy who's not here, right?
Yes.
Again, I don't mean to overstep, say anything out of line, but if I may ask, I can tell that Magellan does not quite like us. Does Anders feel any sort of way about us? Because I would hate to lose this relationship from the two of them not appreciating what we can do together.
You can tell she's speaking a little bit more openly with you. You've seemingly made an impact on her in this conversation. She says, Anders is young, and she looks around, naive. But he has a good head on his shoulders. If you kill 1,000 Teeth, that's what Anders will be happy about. If you don't, he'll just forget about you.
Well then, we will make him happy.
Very well. I'm sorry, I am busy. I have an appointment.
Yeah,
Very
it's
well.
time to get the fuck out.
Yeah, let's go. Let's rock and roll.
As you guys leave, you notice no one's near your axe this time, Bjorn. So say, don't worry, not a finger.
It'll kind of put a fist over his heart. Appreciate it.
Mhm.
And
I
remember
have to
Winston,
ask, why are you so particular about it?
It was a gift. A gift from my god.
Starts chuckling, and as he does, the guards behind him do as well. You spoke to your god.
I have.
And what did he look like?
Like me, but bigger and stronger.
I hope a lot stronger.
Uh-oh. You can count on that.
All right.
Ladybird was kind of watching this conversation and walking by, and then remembered that she forgot her quarterstaff and runs back to get it.
Okay.
Scrambles back and then catches up with the group again.
Sure. And with that, you'll be escorted out, and you have about a week in Baldebrack Bay.
You will have to secure lodging.
Can you remind us of the rules for mitigating levels of exhaustion? Like what?
Yep, just short rest. You have to expend a healer's
med
kit
pack,
to try at it. Also, you automatically get one cured over a long rest.
Great. And can we get an exhaustion, just kind of head count on? I know Micmac's got at least one. Bjorn was rocking around with one. I don't know if I fixed it all the way or not. I don't recall.
One, no.
Yeah, so I've got... The only people that will have it after resting... Yeah, Micmac has 2, so he'll have 1 left.
Okay. I'm gonna not do anything about that. I feel like Micmac having disadvantage on everything probably isn't the worst.
Go.
And otherwise, over the course of the dailies, before we're doing that, I do want to bring everybody else back up to full health.
Okay.
Because we don't gain hit points on the long rest. We don't bounce back up to full, right?
No.
And to further clarify, do we regain all of our hit dice or half?
All hit dice.
Okay. Okay, those are all of my questions about the mechanics of that.
Cool.
So you can heal me up to full?
Yeah, definitely.
And it'll be, depending on where you stay, it'll most likely be 5 silver a day. If you stay at the Wicker Goat.
Yeah, I'm fine with wherever we were last time. I think it was the Wicker Goat, and
then we haven't divvied up the new gold yet, so let me go check how many of you there are at this moment. So we got 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Are you you're gonna give Cyrus a cut of stuff, right?
yeah, we gotta cut him in.
Okay, so means that everyone gets 38 gold and 5 silver. And then 500 more to the ship from that booty you just got.
You said 38 gold, 5 silver?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And yeah, you can add, I don't know where you're keeping track of the ship gold, but you can add 500 into it.
Yeah, ship gold I got in the group inventory.
Cool. All right.
That brings it to 1650.
And then with that, we can kind of expedite it and just jump back into exploring, or you can kind of go around and do stuff if you like.
Yeah, I'm just, one thing that I've been sort of thinking about is, did we ever ask Kelidek if he knew anything about that medallion that we took off of the big gorilla boy? I feel like we might have forgotten
You
to
did,
do it,
yeah.
but-
He said it wasn't magical.
Okay, for sure. That was the one thing I wanted to check in on, and I also want to know, guys, if we feel like we need to follow up with Kelidek after we did not enter into an exclusive agreement with 3-3. He warned us that was going to happen, and we didn't do it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm wondering if that merits any follow-up. Or at least a check-in, maybe towards the end of our...
Yeah, I mean, Steiner quite liked Kelidek, so I mean, he's fine to go talk to him. I think probably Steiner has a couple things he wants to do that he would probably do first, but I think probably towards the end of the week or something. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, and it. I don't even know we have to do like a scene or anything like that, but maybe just like popping in, saying like, "Hey, took your advice, thank you," and if he's got anything for us, cool. If not, we'll be in touch if we come up with anything. But I think it just might be worth a check-in eventually.
Sure. Yeah. We can do that real quick. I mean, Kelidek would have some things for you.
Okay.
We can kind of just say that we're there now, and then we can kind of retcon and
Play
go
with the
back
time.
if people did stuff beforehand. But You all go to Kaladek's tower. You're summoned up similarly to the last time. You're followed up by an invisible flying creature into his seemingly observatory. And he says, "Welcome. Please sit once again."
Is there a drink sitting on the table again?
Yeah. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Kaladek, the gracious host.
Only for my favorite guest.
As Steiner would walk up to the table and kind of take a seat and grab the drink just like last time.
This time, I think Ladybird intercepts you and moves to pour one for Kaladek first, and just kind of pours Kaladek, then Steiner, then Bjorn, then one for herself, and motions to the air where she thinks she might hear the imp.
Sure.
And just kind of holds the bottle, like waves it around, sees if anything grabs it out of her hand, and if not, then whatever.
It does not grab it out.
Okay, and then she just puts it back on the table and takes a seat.
You say that we're your favorite guests, Kaladek. Do you get many guests?
Sometimes, yes. Most are too scared.
That was my impression. Asking around. You've got quite a reputation.
Oh, you know my reputation.
I couldn't claim to know everything, other than the mass populace knows that you're a powerful wizard and are fearful of you for that reason.
That is not my whole reputation. And he smiles. I have been watching you very closely. Tell me, what do you want with this city?
That directed at Steiner?
It's kind of directed to all of you, but mostly, yeah, Steiner. You're in the middle, but if any of you wanted to answer, you could.
I can only speak for myself, but as the captain of a bustling enterprise of the Sea's Secret, this city has seemed to provide quite a economic opportunity for me and my crew.
But if you were only interested in economic opportunity, you would not be here at Balderbrack Bay. Freeport, Angina, Ypsilon. These are all larger cities. Provide much more opportunity for pirates. No.
And many more rules. And less adventure.
Maybe.
I've spent much time in Freeport. Something about Balderbrack Bay is preferable. The people here are just different.
Sure. I understand a little bit of what you speak of. But of course, you are aware that this is all tentative. The Scipian dynasty invests heavily into the city. Soon, many changes, and he smiles, are on the horizon.
Do we get the... I know he's from the Acuban Empire.
Mm-hmm.
Do we get anything from like how he feels about this Scipion.
Yeah, make an insight check.
I was about to ask.
Like, just because he's from Acumen doesn't mean he liked it there.
Mm-hmm. You necessarily you can't tell. Seems he may be suggesting that it's negative, but you don't know what his feelings are on the matter. Of course,
Steiner was...
changes of his magnitude could endanger this feeling you speak of.
What do you want?
Me. I am a simple being. I simply don't want to be meddled with.
Just nods at that.
As you said yourself, there are many places you could have gone if you simply didn't want to be meddled with. This seems a curious choice, considering these factors that you've said yourself.
I suspect maybe I am here for reasons similar to yours. And maybe at some point, this will make us enemies. But now, I think maybe we are friends?
Steiner raises up his glass. That's what I thought.
Cool.
Drinks with you.
Friends.
The easiest way to disincentivize is Scipion interest. If I were a pirate, would be to capture one of their ships.
Seems we've heard a little bit about just this phenomenon. It seems that another band of pirates has done such a thing. The council doesn't much seem to like that.
The council, even the traditionalists, are puppets. Maybe one day there will be no council. Maybe one day, instead, there will be a captain.
Ladybird looks over to Steiner at that and wants to see what his face makes. I want to see what Steiner thinks about that.
His eyes perk up. Something you might get a look of intrigue, with a tinge of excitement.
Okay.
Well, that would be the day, Kaladek. I'm certain it would take a wild course of events for something like that to happen.
We are living in a wild, wild part of Veora. And he waves his hand, and once again, the bottle will actually lift itself up, and it'll pour the rest of itself out, filling your cups once more. And then he raises his cup to you guys, and he looks at Bjorn, and he says, and he goes, "Skål."
Gord'll smile, raise his glass, and just drain it.
Okay. Yeah, are there any other things you want to ask Kaladek or go over? Okay. And with that, You guys can go about the city and do all that you need to do or want to do.
I had a question.
Sure.
I saw one of the items in the handouts that came up in the beginning.
Sure.
The golden hoop of far seeing.
Sure. Is that...
Is that something that's in a shop somewhere, or is that just a magical item that's supposed to come up later?
Yes, it is in... Are you talking about the earring of Farseeing?
Yes.
It's in Captain Zarafa's inventory.
Oh, there
so
it
she
is.
is selling it. It is
500.
500 gold.
All right. Another time then.
Oh, what is it?
Yeah, I can pull up the...
I mean,
It's under...
Mikasa Sukasa, Bjorn.
It's under magic items. There's also this too. I forgot to reveal that. So the earring of false searing. The simple gold hoop earring allows you to discern objects in the far distance. You gain advantage on perception checks made to see objects a mile or more away. You can make out symbols and script at a distance of 1 mile that a person with ordinary vision would be able to make out at 100 feet. You must wear the earring for 24 hours before it's effective.
Do you have ears, Ladybird?
Do I have ears? That's an excellent question. No, Ladybird does not have ears.
She's
In
been
the
deaf
way-
this whole time.
No, in the way that if you're to say an ear is the flap of skin and cartilage that comes out of your skull. There are holes in the side of her head that are covered by feathers, though. And maybe she's that metal where there are bone piercings.
Well, that could be a good Ladybird item.
Yeah. Yeah, it could be.
I haven't had a chance to do much inspection of the current goods up for sale. Would that be something that
Yeah, you
Ladybird
can go
would
around
want?
and buy stuff. I generated earlier just like the list of... So every time you go to a town or a city, there's a certain amount of the goods that'll just be refreshed. So if you scroll up a little bit, and I'll do it for the stream too.
This
Yeah.
is under like the shop inventories and then Baldurrock Bay, right?
Yeah, so those are always going to be there. If you scroll up and find
Oh.
Magic Store, I generated it. So there's basically... For some reason, there's a lot of potions of water breathing. There's a potion of healing. There is a scroll of cause fear. There is a +1 breastplate, +1 morning star, +1 sickle, pot of awakening, and another +1 sickle. So, and then other than that, there's a lot of stuff in like all of the shops that stuff will stay there though. The stuff in the magic store will go away the next time you come into town, and that just
Okay.
represents basically all the stuff in the markets. That's magical.
I'm sorry, I am looking. What is the oh, shopping. Got it.
And pretty much everything mundane you can find. Also, potions of healing as the base are generally plentiful. Unless you're
50
trying to
gold
buy
each?
like a million of them or some shit.
They're 50 each?
50 each, yep.
Yeah, we should probably stock up on some of those.
Yeah, Bjorn is happy to buy 2 of those if that's...
Okay.
Is there any ship upgrade? One thing I was thinking is that we had talked about, this isn't directly a ship upgrade, but would Bjorn be able to, we had the harpoons that we took off the smaller fishing vessel. Would that be something we could mount onto the Sea's Secret during our time in port?
Yeah. Do you want to like make a weapon apparatus for him, or do you want to just basically put them on the edge so that you could chuck them off? Attached to
Make a
rope.
weapon apparatus for them?
Yeah, so you could definitely do that. Let me pull up.
Whether that be like ballista style or whatever.
Okay. Here's a list of shipped. So I would say that that's probably a weapon port. That's what we're looking at.
Not concealed.
Not concealed, yeah. So I'll say there's no listed weapon port that's like not concealed. I'll say it'll be half of a concealed weapon port, so 50 gold.
And how much is it to make it so we can long rest on the boat?
That is, I believe it's just the same cost as all the superior, so it's going to be 15,000 gold.
Yeah.
1,000. Okay.
Yeah, and it takes 1d4 weeks of work. It's basically, it's going to be like improved captain's quarters or improved ship's quarters.
Should we? How many harpoons do we have?
We got 4.
So that's literally what 100 gold. Sorry, 200 gold to put them on.
Yeah, I guess one question I would have is, does the cost, is that assuming that we don't already have the weapon itself? Because we do have the 4.
That's a good point. Yeah, okay, that's a good point. Yeah, so I'll half that even further. I'll do 25 each. Because you already have the weapon itself, so.
To make the mounts and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I think, if we get one kind of like, front right, front left, back right, back left, that kind of thing, those could just be useful. The other question I had was with the planks, would the boarding planks, would that be something that we should secure to our, I guess mechanically, how do they work?
They're basically a weapon, so people carry them around.
Okay.
But then, like, do they have any way of latching onto anything, or like, I guess I'm not exactly, if we pull up next to a ship and we'd like to board it, do we just slap it down and hope it doesn't fall? Like, or is this something that would need to be mounted on to us, to our vessel, and then have some leave, if that question makes sense.
Do we need to make like a cabinet drawer that slides out, or do we just slap them down?
Because slapping it down that seems sketchy to me. I feel like if any movement on the sea,
Yeah,
then
it's weird
they
they
would
don't
just
have
fall off
that
of
built into the upgrades. I will say for I will say for 100 gold, you could add like an extendable plank that just like kind of comes out the side of your ship. It's not necessarily going to like automatically attach to another ship, but it would give you some
Security.
yeah,
It
maybe like
wouldn't fall
attached
off
to a
the
lever.
Dumb.
Yeah, it might you might run into the ship with it and like it would break off, but generally it's just gonna be like it's gonna be attached to the ship that you can extend, so it's not gonna be something that can just wobble and fall off if you try to slap it down.
Yeah.
So one
And there would be
thing
like a
we might-
lever that you could extend it or unextend it.
One thing we might want to look at before we spend all of the ship money. There is a bag of holding in Balderbrax Bay right now for $500. And I think
how useful, I just, considering we have a giant boat with us at
Yeah.
most times,
I think
is that
it's-
as valuable as it usually is?
I think immensely useful still. I think like whenever we're going on these shore expeditions,
Yeah.
I think it's super valuable.
How much money do we have in the ship inventory?
We got a fair bit. I just had it up. I think it's like 1,700 almost. So I mean, we certainly would be able, if it's...
Plus, if you're trying to sell the Blue Lady,
Oh.
have some more.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, and
Yeah,
I'm willing to put personal money to that, and maybe that's instead of ship money.
Because
Right.
Do you guys want to? We can take like while you're thinking this over, we can take like a 5-minute break.
Yeah,
Do you want to do that?
works.
Okay. Yeah, because I'll go to the bathroom and get a drink and stuff like that. But yeah, feel free to talk it over while we're off stream. But let's just take a quick 5-minute break and we will be back.
Sounds good.
Yes, sir.
have decisions to make about purchases. But just continue your conversation, sorry. And then if you want to purchase anything, just let me know.
I think that we're pretty much a go for doing the, not necessarily concealed, but mounting up those 4 harpoons that we got from the fishing vessel, kind of 2 on each side, fronts and then back.
Sure. Yeah, that'll be 100 gold. And that will only take, it'll take less than a day to do those. You'll take it over to the shipyard near the Carpenter's Guild Hall.
Sweet.
Cool.
And they can do that for you.
Yeah, and then
how
what do you guys...
sell the boat?
Yeah, you want to try to sell the boat? So how are you going to go about selling it?
So there, well, if we're still shopping, there's some things that I think we should still spend.
Yeah. Let's do the shopping and then we'll do that.
There's just scrolls that I think we should buy with ship money. Notably, remove curse for $200. I think we should absolutely buy that. There is also a scroll of identify for $60 that we should buy, because we don't have anybody that can do that.
True.
And there is a scroll of tiny hut that I think we should think about.
You'll have to go to Edsker to buy those, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
those are all at Edskir's.
So you guys will say, are you thinking of buying these, Trey?
So I
Sure.
Okay, so yeah,
What
you'll
were
have to
you
go to
saying?
Edskir's. You enter and there's this 3-story narrow house that leads up. And as you enter, there's just books all over. It just smells like a page that you just walked into. And there's an old man who hunched over. He's got a long white hair and a long white beard, and he's got light blue eyes. He says, "Oh, hello,
Hello there.
Pirates. Pirates don't read. Why are you here? Toilet paper?
Is that all your books are good for? Toilet paper. I was hoping you had something more valuable than that.
Well, there's also words on them. That if you had a mind somewhat sharp, you could identify them. But for you, toilet paper. Or maybe something to snort some hallucinogenics off of or something.
It's quite a shame you think that lowly of us. I was taught to read. I'm no slouch in academia myself.
Oh. A fellow literati.
Was this like the library? I remember that there was like,
Not
a
really.
library.
Kind of. It's not like a public library. It's owned by Edsker, and he sells stuff. He sells the books. It's more of a bookstore.
Okay, but when like maybe I was misremembering, but somebody mentioned like a library last time we were in Baldur.
Yeah, so this is basically a
probably what
library,
they
yeah.
were referring to.
Yes. Mhm.
Okay. I believe we came looking for a few scrolls that hopefully you had in your possession. I also specifically, now that I'm here, I'm wondering, do you have any books on any Tabaxi gods?
And in fact, I do. Rare books. The Tabaxis don't write, you see. So these are accumulated by human explorers. Very
These books-
expensive. That's what I'm trying to get at.
Are they worth the price?
Well, if you would like to know a lot about the entire Tabaxi pantheon, maybe.
Perhaps not the entire pantheon. There's a certain god I would like to know more about. Do you know if there are any books of Nyala? Perhaps you'd know her as the Night Mother.
To be honest, I'm not very well read on the topic. None certainly with Nyala in the title.
And here you were insulting my intelligence when I first walked in. What a shame.
Oh, I'm sorry, are you an expert on Tabaxi lore? Who the hell are you?
I'd like to be. That's why I came here. I'd like to browse those books that you have.
Fine. But I'll watch you the entire time.
Perhaps I can purchase the scrolls off you first to build up some trust between the two of us.
Very well.
Yeah, so, Jack, you said it was, sorry, I don't have the shop interface pulled up myself. It was one of Identify for 60.
Yep, identify for 60, remove curse for 200. Cole, were you going to say something earlier, though?
No, not for this. I was more gonna ask what our total funds are, and if we want to prioritize the scrolls over fitting the crew.
We, after the 100 for the mounted harpoons, we're at 1550 gold on the ship. I tend to think we could buy these scrolls and outfit the crew pretty much no problem, especially if we successfully managed to sell this boat.
And that's with the, is that counting the 500 for the bag of holding?
So with the 500 for the bag of holding, it'll be down to 1,050. And then this is like 260, so it's like 750 basically to outfit the crew and any other ship improvements. So I'm feeling like we got enough, and then we'll probably sell the boat too. So I'm not too worried personally.
Yeah, I think just the essentials of remove curse, identify, not necessarily an essential, but I think it'd just be important if we can't get back or we need to figure out what something does.
Yeah,
I think it's worth it. And then Tiny Hut is a great stuck.
What is that? I'm not familiar.
Tiny Hut will, or I don't know how meta.
You're fine. Yeah, so basically tiny huts, it's a ritual. It's a level 3 ritual. It's really, really popular for resting. You basically just summon a dome that you can see out of and shoot stuff out of that people cannot see through on the outside or shoot stuff through, and it lasts the whole night. It's a very, very broken spell. It's
a nice little tent if we're stuck somewhere where we just need to sleep and get a short rest in.
Yeah, the big use of it is it is a ritual, and the way learning spells is, if you're a wizard or something like that in this campaign, is you actually just expend the scroll and you know that spell forever. So
yeah, so also if anyone dies and wants to be a wizard,
yeah, or if you have the ritual feat is the same way. Also, I believe clerics can cast rituals. But they can't learn them.
I don't have it in my spell list.
Yeah. But yeah,
Did I learn one that's not in my spell list?
No, not clerics.
No.
I believe that ritual feat lets you put it and learn it though. Ritual caster. Let's see here. Yeah, if you come across a spell in written form, such as a magical spell scroll, you can add it to your ritual book. So yeah, you could take ritual caster.
That's feat.
Yep.
Yeah, intelligence or wisdom 13 or higher.
And if I were to take, I was considering sometime in the future, Steiner's secondary levels might be wizard potentially.
Okay.
How would that work with how would that work, I guess?
Yeah, you would basically be a wizard, and you'd have the ability to do exactly that. You could just learn the ritual spell.
But then
you have to pay to copy it into your spell book or some shit.
Yeah, there's no paying to copy it in this. You just expend the scroll, and then that's what lets you. Yeah.
I would just have to cast it with intelligence as my modifier or something, or
there's no modifier to it, so you would just know it, and you would have a ritual of it. I don't know if you can have rituals of a spell level that you can't cast yet.
You could have freeze though.
Well, but if I was a level 1...
Yeah, but I think you can cast level 3s with your bard, so I think you should be fine, honestly.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I guess either way we can.
Well, so
worry
then
about
we
the
should
one.
definitely buy it regardless, and just hopefully
How much was the tiny hut one?
200.
200, so it'd be 460 total for those three.
Yeah. Yeah, the other ones are fine. There's a scroll of locate city, but I don't know if we need to buy that right now.
Scroll. All right, so I spent the 5, or sorry,
460.
yes, the 460. We're down to 1090. I can try to bring these into. So we got. I'll put them in the group inventory. So we got the scroll of identify.
So identify.
Tiny hut. Scroll of
Remove curse.
remove curse. Yeah, I almost took that as my level 3 spell, but I didn't.
Here we go.
I got bestow curse. Cool.
Love that.
Yeah. Any other scrolls from Edgar? What was his name?
Edgar.
Edgar.
No,
Yeah, if that was all the.
Not until you can learn cantrips. Like there's good shit in there, but also, do reagents do anything for us at this particular juncture?
You can craft stuff with them. So yeah, there's that whole. It's a separate document, but if you go into, let's see, it is appendix. Yeah, Alchemist's Almanac, and click on that.
Ladybird, remember to look for some.
Yeah,
some
and
herbs
there's a
while we're here.
ton of
No,
shit
yeah,
you can craft if you have alchemy tools proficiency.
Cool. Don't have that. Okay. Oh, there's an herbalist section as well.
Yeah, I believe off the top of my head, from what I remember, I think you can craft like healing potions with an herbalist kit, but I think herbalist kit's generally used for foraging this stuff, and then alchemist tools are used for making it.
Yeah, we'll look into it.
Yeah. Yeah, no, all this stuff is going to stay here, so when you come back, if Baldebrack Bay is still here and has been,
Oh my
nuked
god.
off the face
Is that a threat?
Fiora, yeah.
That's something we need to be worried about.
Yeah, I don't know.
Kaladek was a little suspicious. I think he's building a bomb.
But yeah, is there any other, just kind of off the top of your head, any other ship upgrades or anything you guys want to buy?
Yeah, so I think that we got those 3
Scrolls.
I am quite interested in any books that he has on the pantheon at large of the Tabaxi.
Yeah, so he does have a book, and you're thumbing through it on the whole Tabaxi pantheon. And if you buy it for the next time, I'll add. Well, one, I'll give you advantage on like knowledge checks as regarding the pantheon, and then I'll also put them all in the sidebar so that you know who they are and that you can.
Do you think that I would be able to? So I would be able to gain knowledge on specifically Nyala from that as well.
Yeah, and you're thumbing through it, and there is a fair amount on Nyala. It's probably about 10 to 15 pages, so it's not easy to just read it right now.
Yeah. What kind of price is he looking for?
This tome, it's rare. Also,
He kind of pulls it out of your hand. He smells it.
it smells nice. 100 gold pieces. And it's yours.
Price is steep.
It's a collector's edition.
Can I smell it myself?
Sure.
Does it smell nice?
It does smell nice, yeah.
Ah, dang. I was
Smells like
hoping it
bamboo.
wouldn't. This is important.
It's a very
design.
nice, ornate book. It's fairly impressive, actually. It's
if it doesn't-
handwritten as well, or hand. It is transcribed by hand.
the author who wrote this? Do you know if he's or they are
He's a
worth
gnome
their salt?
from Scipia. For his name is something like Doo-Doo Smiggenbop or something like that. I don't know. Gnome names.
Yeah, if he doesn't feel as though he's being price gouged, Steiner can do 100 gold for this stuff.
Make an investigation check.
Very well.
Yeah, he doesn't necessarily think he's being price gouged. So, here you go.
Yeah. Well, I hope I can gather good information from this, and thank you for the recommendation pointing me this way.
Sure.
Always a pleasure. Yeah, I'll take that for my personal stash.
Just make sure that your refined friends, you tell them that business is good here, and the ones that aren't refined, tell them to stay the fuck away.
I'll be sure to tell my crew if they need any toilet paper. I know just the vendor. Worry not.
Huh.
Yeah, that's what I want from him. Do you guys... How many planks do you guys want? Do we want to do 2 on each side?
I think that's the vibe.
I do think that's the move.
Yeah, because we could do planks on both sides, or 2 planks on both sides for 400 plus the 500 for bag of holding. We still got 190 gold to outfit the crew with. Does that seem like the play?
Also, remember that you do have you have to pay for like repairs and upgrades up to, I believe, 5,000 gold to get like the normal sailing ship stat block eventually. And it'll take you a week to repair the ship.
So we would keep all the upgrades that we make on it.
Yeah, you're basically just making your
now.
ship a little better, because if you have like a worse version of a sailing ship for the Sea Secret, because it's old and beaten down, so you have to pay to repair it back up to its full. So that would basically just make it faster, more health, more. I think there's one more weapon port spot that you can put stuff. So higher AC.
I mean,
higher damage
do you
threshold.
guys think we should be saving up for that right now, or should we pump the upgrades, get the bag, and outfit the crew?
Can we sell the boat first and see how much we can get for it?
Yeah.
Well,
So
we
how
can
do you
get
want to
the-
go try selling it?
It's a good idea. Yeah. Try is a good word.
So there's a couple different ways you can try. I don't want to necessarily direct you, but if there's like any one you want to go talk to or ask,
I think we could ask the Harbour Master.
sure. Yeah. So you go up and approach him.
How can I help you?
You know of any potential interested buyers in a ship such as this one?
Looks over at it.
Well, you want them to have a lot of money, get what it's worth, you'll go to Highlight. Problem is, if you go to Highlight, maybe some problems. Now, he's not politically correct. Doesn't much care about who that might make upset.
He motions towards the blue lady.
But he might charge you extra for it. Now, if you want the full price, you're gonna have to go to another city, most likely.
And this Highlight, is he versed in the arts of discretion?
Oh, sure, he's a gnome. Discretion's the name of the game with them.
Well, it seems we have our answer. Captain?
Just for reference, are we nearby? Is there another major-ish port city in the Isle of Garrow that is worth?
No,
Garrow?
not really.
Garrow? Yeah.
Reaver's Bend, but you don't know the location of Reaver's Bend.
Right. And we gotta kill him.
We don't have to.
Yeah, I was joking. Yeah, I think we can meet with a certain gnome who's discreet.
Sure. So you go over to the Mariners Guild Hall, and as you approach, it's pretty much open to walk into, and when you enter, there's a bunch of fishermen and pirate captains and shipbuilders and all kinds of different people that are interested in the art of the mariner. And in the middle of the room, there is a squat gnome with some humans, a half-orc, some dwarves, a couple other gnomes clustered around a table. And you asked to speak to Highlight, and the front doorman comes up and says, "Highlight! They're asking for you!" And you see him, he has some papers spread out over this table, and he looks up in the middle of conversation with these other guys, and he says, "All right, give me a moment. Let me talk to these people." And kind of pulls up, and you see him move his belt back and forth and tug it up and make sure it's snug, and walks up to you. Is this a private conversation?
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
Come over to this room. Comes in. Get out! Get out! And there's some people in there, and they end up leaving. You can tell that this guy kind of runs this place. Says, "All right, close the door. We'll have this conversation quick. Your pirates ain't seen your kind around here, though. What's your ship name?"
Surely you've heard of the Sea Secret.
This is secret. You're Balderbrack's boys.
Yes, we once were, but now it's just us.
You took his ship.
Steiner is remembering that the council asked us not to make it widely available that it was of Balderbrack's death. No, we're his crew. But I was led to believe you were a man of discretion, and that's why we're here.
Sure,
And,
what is it?
well, we were his crew, and Balderbrack's no longer with us, so I am the captain now.
No one with you, he's dead.
Yes.
A damn old cook, I thought he was invulnerable. Alright then. What can I like Hankerston do for you?
Come across a vessel. We're interested in unloading to a discreet party for the right price.
You took someone's ship who belongs in the city. Who is it?
You're a smart man.
I am our man. I'm a gnome as squat as they come. Now tell me, spit it out.
Do you know a Stormwald?
Yeah, Stonewall. Fisherman. Works for Primwater.
So I've been led to believe. Well, we've reacquisitioned his vessel.
Where'd you take it?
No worries. Outside of the prohibited zone. They were off on a fishing venture. Well
Can you
outside
prove
of
it?
His daughter, Leda, I believe, could certainly attest to it. If she shows her face here again.
And where's she?
Last seen off at sea, swimming away.
So you can't prove it.
Steiner would look over to Bjorn and/or Ladybird.
Perhaps we could check the logs. Aside from that, I know no proof.
Ladybird says, "I are the catch." Would I know if there were any fish to be found on the ship? Like, would
There were a ton. There were bundles.
could I maybe make like a retroactive, maybe a disadvantage or something like that, nature check or some shit, to see if there was shit found outside of these normal waters?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, make a nature check at disadvantage.
It won't be pretty.
Great thinking, though.
Well, I got +3 to my nature.
Yeah, Ladybird, you're pretty sure that some of the fish. I mean, Ladybird eats a lot of fish, right? She catches her own, maybe. I don't know if that's actually right, but yeah.
I'll buy it. Yeah.
Yeah, you're pretty sure that there's a lot of deep sea fish and fish that probably aren't found in the harbors around Boulderbrack Bay. So it could be, it's definitely not absolute, incontrovertible proof, but it could be a piece of evidence for sure in your favor.
Yeah. Then, so I'll say it confidently. I, the catch.
Ah, that's right. Was there anything outside of the ordinary there, Ladybird? You're the expert in fish.
Yeah, and the
it says
specific
that.
fish are
From the deep.
blue snapper.
Schnapper.
It's blue snapper. Rare on these parts. Fine. Any more
Perhaps too.
obvious proof?
Perhaps the expedition log, if they kept one. I didn't check before we left.
I don't know what kind of fisherman you think his expedition log.
He did hire a crew. Outside help. The Acuben, I think. And this I'm kind of spitballing to Ladybird and Bjorn.
Stormwall had a merc aboard.
Yes.
Why is a fisherman mean a merc?
Because
Well.
they were going outside of protected waters.
Yeah. I believe you more and more. Fine.
Perhaps if we, if you believe us, that's fine too.
Perhaps I should keep my mouth shut.
I believe. He looks at you. I believe you. Problem is when Primwater asks whether you believe what I say. Probably not. Sounds like the evidence is shoddy at best. For someone like Primwater that doesn't have a nose for it, probably even worse. I'll give you half price. Strip her down.
How,
See what we can settle for, but in these parts, there's no getting full price for it.
how much is half price for this vessel? I'm forgetting. what it
half
is.
price is gonna be. So it is. So the flat cost is 3,000. Full price, you guys get 1,500. So half of 1,500 is 750.
I thought we take it.
Yeah, I mean that's.
Half price. He eats the risk. I think we're chilling.
Call it 850 and I'll help you strip it.
Sorry, did you get the impression I was talking to you? I was talking to your captain. Big muscles.
This is my right-hand man. Surely if you're speaking to me, you're speaking to him. What do you say? Could you use some help stripping the vessel? We could save you a lot of manpower.
He looks Bjorn up and down. Bjorn, will you make a persuasion check for me?
Sure.
Can I do an advantage if I pull out my carpenter's tools?
Sure. I like that.
Alright, fine, but he does most of the work.
Bjorn will head out and start walking back towards the boat and start stripping it down.
Sure. Yeah, it'll take you about 2 days, but you have full 7 here, so it's not a problem. And with that, is there anything else you guys want to do?
We should
All right, so
buy
now
that.
you wanted to talk about what you're gonna buy. Sorry. Okay, so you have 850 for it.
Yeah, so let me add that to the guy real quick. Yeah, so we're back up to. You said 850?
Mm-hmm.
So we are at 1940 gold. Wow, okay. Yeah, so we wanted to buy that bag of holding at this point.
Okay.
Yep.
I don't know where that was. Oh, that was at 3-3s, I believe.
Yes, it was.
Yes. Yeah. So you can go talk. Do you want to talk to 3-3? Or you want to go buy it?
I think just buy it. I
okay,
don't want
you
to
just
go
buy
through
it,
this
yeah,
whole
that's fine.
process, putting there and all that.
Sure.
3-3
It was
kinda
500.
a bit of a dick anyway.
Yeah, I agree. So that's 1440 we're down to. We got the bag of holding. Okay, cool. We wanted to do 2 planks each side.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we
okay,
might as well, right? We're gonna have this
Yeah.
shit for a while.
So the only question I have on that, you said it'd be 100 a pop. We have the 2 boarding planks. Would we be able to use those 2 to get a discount on 2 of them, or are these kind of 2 separate?
Sure, I'll give you 2
entities?
for half price, but they expense the boarding plank.
Does that seem worth it to you guys?
I think we should just pay full price for the real shit. I don't want to get no disposable shit.
But it's just because we already have boarding planks. They're just using those same planks in the contraption, correct?
Oh, got it.
Yeah, I'm not sure we're getting shoddy. I mean,
No.
mechanically, is it any different, Keegan, or is it just?
These shoddy planks, Keegan.
You said yes?
Wait, what was that? I might have missed what you said.
These shoddy planks that we have.
Oh, no, they're fine.
Okay.
It'll be of equal quality whether we if we use these versus buying new ones. Then yes, I think that we expend the 2 at half price, so it'd be 300 in total to get the 4 of them.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so then we are down to 1140 gold. And then we wanted to outfit some of the crew, right?
I think all of the crew.
Yeah, well, but I mean, if there are supplies, I guess first order of business being like, are there people in our crew who just do not have armor who would accept us armoring them?
Sure. Well, I mean, yeah. So obviously, Snapper does not have armor, but he doesn't use armor.
Yeah,
Brown
actually.
Teeth.
Other people.
Brown
He
Teeth
has
has
my old
chainmail in a great club. Garrier.
Brown Teeth already took your armor.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, what he took chainmail, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
okay.
they're,
Yeah,
I don't
and
know if
then-
his AC got adjusted.
Yeah,
for it.
Garrier's wearing leather armor. It's pretty shoddy.
Does he
Is
does he have proficiency in like just light armor, or
He has up to medium proficiency.
Is he particularly dexterous?
He is dexterous. I wouldn't say particularly.
Is he more strong?
No, he's just a young kid that is not
Yeah.
super.
He's like a 16-year-old kid.
Uh-huh.
what a scrap?
Perry,
So at least we step up
Perry's
on
wearing
this.
leather armor. Spinner's wearing studded leather. Wait, Spinner's falling out over here. Oswald's wearing leather armor. So I mean, a lot of them you could buy better stuff for if you wanted to.
Yeah, we definitely could get. How much is studded leather armor? That's what I'm wearing actually,
45 gold market.
Yep, 45 gold.
and that would just be a straight up +1 AC increase
It's all
to.
them, yeah.
And it's cheaper than any of the medium armors. I think that might just be the move. Like, let them get faster if they want, and if there's people that show up that are be like heavy boys, then cool, we'll figure it out.
Yeah, so it was Garrier, Stinky Perry,
And Oswald.
who else?
And John Claude, sorry.
And what about Anna?
Anna.
Mick-
Anna is wearing leather armor as well.
Same
What
with
about
Mick-
Micmac?
Micmac is not wearing armor. He's wearing rags.
Would Micmac accept their armor?
Studded fucking leather armor right now.
Get him?
Micmac wants big armor.
He can have a chain shirt.
He points. Yeah, he points to Bjorn. No, he is not.
Bjorn, what are you wearing?
Flinted mail, I think it's called.
Splint mail.
Flinted
Yeah.
armor, maybe.
Wait, which one? Splint?
Splinted.
Jesus Christ.
Flint mail.
Micmac, you think that Bjorn looks cooler than me?
Yeah, You look stupid and skinny. And like your dad or something.
Ah, but is that not scary?
Oh,
Haven't you
yeah.
seen the way that... Wouldn't you like to look scary?
No.
Ah,
Micmac
but
will
think of all
look
the people you
beautiful.
intimidate.
You think I am beautiful, Micmac?
No. I think you are cool. Ladybird is beautiful.
And he hugs Ladybird's leg.
As soon as he lets go, I do a twirl. In my flowing robes. Or flowing cloak.
Micmac will be most beautiful and most cool.
I believe you, Micmac. I believe you. We should get him some armor, though.
Yeah, I think we get him some studded leather armor, and Ladybird will spend some time crafting.
Maybe just to make it look like it's heavier armor than it is.
100%. Micmac could not hold 60 pounds of armor.
All right, make a make a crafting check.
Yeah. I'll do a
Micmac
craft
has
check.
so much shit in his inventory. Oh my god. All right, do you buy studded leather for everyone?
Yeah, was that 6 people?
Yeah,
including
6.
Anna and
Yep.
6? Okay, so 6 times 45.
We
You
have
get a
a
bulk discount?
Yeah, exactly. 40 pop?
Yeah, you can get a 40 a piece bulk discount at. You're gonna have to go to Kester's Leather Goods.
Esther, my man.
Kester
Or
is a
woman.
female. Kiorna Kester.
Esther, my gal.
Steiner has a horrible habit of calling everyone man, even if they're gnomes or elves.
Even in a place where they talk down on gnomes, man, that's pretty not PC.
Yeah, if I can get it from Kester for 40 a pop, that's good with me.
Mhm.
Okay, so that'd be 240 off of your inventory. One sec.
Nice
hope they
doing
all
business
agree.
with you. And if you find any, well, interesting creatures out there, make sure you keep their skin. I'll pay you for it.
Yeah. Cool.
I believe we're on our way to find an interesting creature. How well will you pay for this skin?
Depends on the creature. Depends on the quality of the skin, too. Don't want any shoddy work.
Good thing all the damage will be from blunt weapons.
And magic.
And my axe.
No! Your
Perhaps we'll
sacred
see you
flame.
again, Kester. We still got 900
Also,
buckarooskies.
is he with you? And she looks over in the corner of the shop, and tall Oswald's staring over at her. You can tell he was like kind of checking her out, and he looks back like he's looking at for stuff in the shop to buy.
Has he been hanging out here?
Yeah, it's creeping me out.
He has that effect on people. He is with us, but I can't claim to take responsibility for him. He's his own man.
Oswald, out! I'll go up behind him and kind of smack him on the back of the head and push him out the door.
Okay. Oh, bro, come. Oh, fine.
Out, Oswald.
Good, because I was
Seems I
this
spoke
close
too
to
soon.
choking him out.
Yeah, I think that might conclude the shopping expo.
Okay, awesome.
We get the
Yeah,
bag.
must
We
have-
got the bag of holding, right?
We got the bag folding.
Yes.
Excellent. Secured the bag.
3 threes Emporium.
We
We still got
with that.
900
There's 2 things that we have to kind of cover over this week. So there's a new mechanic called Reputation. Basically, it's a resource. So you are gonna get 2 of these, and we need a group decision over what kind of reputation we're going to be getting. Also, you need to tell your story somewhere. So, first let's decide. So right now, all the actions you've taken are kind of up in the air if it could be infamy or good reputation or bad reputation, essentially. Either Robin Hood pirates or more sinister types of pirates. What kind of reputation are you guys going for?
I think we bad boys.
Okay.
What do y'all?
Yeah.
So,
I think
so you know, so if you do stuff that's not bad, like that's like, and obviously if it's kind of in the middle, it's not going to be a problem. But if you do something that's like obviously very, you know, good aligned, that could actually hurt your reputation in the future.
Yeah, I mean, I'm thinking that generally we are more bad than good. We definitely have done a few, like, you know, picking up the people and helping them get home and feeding them. Like, we do some good stuff, but if I had to, I kind of agree with you, Jack. I think we're generally more towards the bad side.
In any of the good things we've done, we've been extorting people along the way.
Right, and I feel like with this sort of thing, like, there's enough play in it to where a traditional bad guy can 100% help somebody.
Mm-hmm.
So long as it's for self-interested reasons, which all of our debatably good actions have been in that thing. I think it's pretty true. Like, we help these people because they're going to help us.
Sure.
We paid back their bribe, or we paid back what was stolen, so we can sell this stolen ship. You know, I think we're acting in a character that's consistent with infamy.
Sure.
I like it.
Yeah.
I'm here for it.
Awesome. So we're going the infamy route. Now, when you complete a mission and you receive some reputation, it's kind of got to be codified some way or registered some way in the world. And usually this is through stories. So we'll say one night you're hanging out with most of your crew at the Wicker Goat, which is the place that you stay. You're in the general area where there's some other pirates and locals drinking and eating. Night is winding down. There's a fire going. And let me put on a nice little background tavern song. Put on some tavern sounds as well.
Shanty going on.
I just want to go on the record saying I love this.
And while you're sitting here, you've been talking a lot, drinking, everyone's having a good time, and all of a sudden, Tall Oswald breaks out into a story about his first time that he went on a pirate journey, and talks about how he was really, really scared, and he dropped his rapier, and he accidentally pierced his foot. And he pulled it back out, and when he did, the blood spray, actually, he was about to get killed by a pirate that was rushing to kill him, and it sprayed him in the eye, and that's what let him stab the pirate in the dick. And, you know, everyone's kind of laughing, and it's a pretty funny story. And some guy walks by and says, "Hey, who are you? Telling all these stories like you're pirates. This city ain't seen real pirates in years. What have you done?" And the crew goes silent and kind of looks to you three.
I guess this is me then.
I think so, Captain.
Yeah, Steiner's probably a great storyteller. I don't think Trey is.
Well, yeah, that's what the rolls are for. So you can try and then
You can cover.
Yeah.
I think Trey's a good storyteller.
If you haven't, sorry, what did he say? He said that we.
I said, "Who are you?"
This city ain't seen real
Well.
pirates for years. What you telling these stories and making noise and acting like you own the place?
You think you haven't seen pirates in years? Who do you think they named this place after? Our former captain, Balderbrack himself.
You're with Boulderback's crew.
We're not his crew anymore. We are our own crew. And we have
Ladybird
continued
was
his legacy.
Legacy.
And another guy will kind of chime up.
If you're Boulderback's crew, then what happened to Boulderback? We ain't there anymore.
Steiner stands up. I'm guessing a few of the he's got the attention of at least a few of the people now, not just the one guy.
Yeah. The kind of it's not super crowded. Well, most of your crew is here, but it's probably 10, 20 other people drinking and having a merry time in this.
Yeah. Well, Steiner's gonna stand up and just start popping out. Balderbrack is dead, but his ideals live on, and we're bringing piracy back to Balderbrack Bay, giving the namesake back, and continuing the deeds of our deceased captain, who got a proper Viking burial at sea from my man Bjorn here.
Bull! And I'll slam my drink down.
And now we extort the council itself,
The council?
seeking our riches.
And someone else chimes up.
You stole from the council? And they didn't kill you? Winston Paris?
Well, you see, we are very covert pirates ourselves. We commandeered a vessel working under one of the counselors themselves, Magellan. He's none the wiser. We've already pawned off the ship and done off with the crew.
Make a performance check for me.
Sure.
Yeah, people
There we go.
People are kind of vibing with your story when he yells up.
Oh, the idiots! Whoa, what did you do next? Did you give it to him?
After we stole it from him, we acted none the wiser and took the bounty for the work we did for them.
As you say that, everyone kind of a lot of people. Obviously, everyone's drunk, so they all think that this is wild. That you're stealing from the council and stuff. And the one guy that approached it beforehand says,
All right, I take back what I said. That's pretty badass.
It's only the beginning. There will be plenty more stories every time we come back here. We're off to kill the beast you might know as Thousand Teeth just tomorrow.
You're gonna kill Thousand Teeth.
guy from the corner chimes up. Had a hood on his head and was in the dark corner.
Is there a chalkboard next to him?
No, there's not.
Damn it.
And he says,
How are you gonna do that?
Well, we've already killed the Swahagan threat that was plaguing Balderbrack Bay, we hear, but now we're on our way with a crew of my chosen and a few aides that we met along the way to cull the savages who would block the way and defeat the beast.
guy stands up and he pulls his hood down and walks into the light. If there was a chalkboard scratch, it'd be apposite. And everyone kind of goes quiet, and you see a big scar in this guy's face. Can I get a history check from you guys?
Ouch.
Is this island a boat?
Ladybird. You know that this is a fairly infamous pirate. His name is Big Sam. This big hulking guy. He's got a big scar in his eye. He's worked with a number of different crews. They say that at one point he was a captain, and he was like the scourge of the seas. And he captained a ship called the Big Boy, and he walks into the light and says, "If you can kill 1,000 teeth, then maybe Big Sam will join your crew." But Big Sam thinks maybe you're a lawyer.
Come along for the trip and you can get your own cut.
I got other business in the city. But maybe after, I'll come with you. And if you've killed 1,000 teeth, I'll be a good crew member. Until, of course, you're weak, and then I'll take all your shit.
Well, Big Sam, I don't want to get too ahead of myself, but welcome aboard, because we are going to kill 1,000 teeth. To think we can add one as famous as you to our crew.
And Ladybird hops up on the table, raises her cup, and says, "Welcome aboard."
You want to refill his and throw it up.
Big Sam nods, puts his hood back on his head, and walks back into his corner. And you see he's got like 8 tankards. 7 of them are empty, and he's still just kind of drinking one there.
How big is Big Sam?
Yeah, he's probably like 6'6". He's a fat boy too. Yeah, real big.
Give me a Bjorn. Yeah.
He's old. He looks past his prime, but he still probably could, swing an axe or a club or whatever weapon he uses pretty well.
Gotta replace Crenshaw.
And with that, so you get 1 reputation from killing the Sahuagin, and you get 1 reputation for telling a good story. So good job.
Yeah.
So that gives you 2, and just so I'll bring up the reputation rolls just one more time, just so we're aware what that entails. If I can find them. Where did I put them? Oh! Shit. Do you guys know where I put them? I swear to God they were in here.
I'm looking.
There's something on the rules.
Thought it would be in the appendix.
Pirate extras.
Here we go. Cool.
Reputation
Okay,
tables.
cool. Yeah, so you have 2. So pretty much all you can do is once per long rest, because that's when your influence points reset. You can use Hero's Luck, which the captain can use it as a bonus action. The rest of the crew, with the captain's permission, can use it as an action. And basically for 1 minute, characters have advantage on all skill checks with 1 chosen skill. So you can basically just activate that, and that takes your reputation points, and those are going to be tracked in the group inventory. I already have a little thing set up. If you go down to the resources on the character sheet,
Yeah.
should be able to see that.
So we will, if we don't use these 2 influence points, by the time we long rest next, they'll just be deleted, basically.
I mean, yeah, it's basically like a refreshing. It's basically just like a spell slot. Like you can use it, but you don't have to, and it'll come back once you're long rest again.
Oh, okay. So like next time we're gonna come back and we get 1 extra reputation point for killing 1,000 teeth. Then we can use up to 3
Yep.
every long rest.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Awesome.
Yeah, and as you gain more, there's more things you can spend them on.
Yeah.
So,
Cool.
but yeah, other than that, that should be just about everything. Is there anything at all you guys would like to do before?
Is there anyone that's looked at us even remotely sideways that we could just beat up with our new prowess?
Yeah, before your story for sure, but it seems like Steiner did a really good job telling it.
Yep.
to where there's not necessarily anyone in here that just wants to brawl.
No ask.
But you could hang around for a bit. People are drunk, and eventually someone's gonna say something crosswise, and you can just start wailing on
we
them.
need to hop back on this boat, find a girl, and go kill some alligators.
Can we finish our long rest? Is that completed?
Yep. Yeah, you can finish your long rest. So that takes a week. It is 3 gold, 5 silver to pay for the week at the Wicker Goat
Gotcha.
Great.
I was gonna ask.
from each of you.
3 gold, 5 silver. Oh yeah, and before we go, I think we should buy some health potions too.
I bought 2 already.
Okay, I think we've got 2 on the Sea's Secret as well.
I'll buy 2 as well.
Okay, so then 6 total. Does that seem good?
Yeah, I'll buy just out of my personal money. I'm not really spending personal on anything.
Okay.
Okay. And with that, how do you guys want to go about doing whatever you want to do next?
Yeah, so do we walk? How fast is walking hexes?
Yeah, I'll pull up the...
Because it's only... It's at the
Again?
3rd.
Yeah, what's up, Cole?
I just want to switch out one of my 2nd level spells at the long rest.
Okay. Yeah, you can just do that kind of stuff. You don't have to... I'm talking about it.
No.
So a normal time in a forest or jungled area, which this is, it'll take
2 days.
it'll take that's to like map it out and see everything in that hex. Just to travel it, it'll take 12 hours to move a hex.
So we can do a hex and a half a day, pretty much.
Yeah, around there.
Or
Yeah,
Yeah.
and Thousand Teeth. I mean, if you were not to get in the boat, so Thousand Teeth, so it would take you 2 days to get there.
yeah. I mean, I think that
Versus-
might be the way to do it. On one hand, we expose everybody to the risk. I don't know, actually.
I
don't know.
think my thought is that taking the boat is better just because afterwards we can come back on the boat versus like it seems safer to travel back via boat than it would be to just traverse through the forests, you know, if we're presumably licking our wounds and such.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, let's take the boat.
Okay.
It's a long ass way around, but I'm down with
It'll
it.
definitely take a lot longer, but you...
What's our, sorry, just as a reminder, our hex speed on the water?
It is
3 a day?
3 a day.
Sorry.
Yeah.
So that'd be like 4 days.
4 days. Okay,
Okay.
twice as long honestly isn't horrible.
Okay.
I'm cool with
and
that.
Phaedra will come with you. I promise
Yeah.
you, and I'll come with you.
At the end of this, we'll both get paid.
Hopefully. Just so you know, I'm a scout. I don't necessarily engage in direct fighting. I can lead you there, but if we get into a tussle, don't expect me to hang around long.
Would have been good to know before.
I think Ladybird will kind of walk up to her and say, don't hang around long. And just kind of pats her on the shoulder. Looks over to Steiner a little bit judgmentally. That Steiner would be criticizing someone for not getting in the thick of it.
With a giant alligator.
Yeah.
Okay. And let me go ahead here. Oh, sorry, Alex. We'll stay on this map for now. And the first day. Oh, shit. That was close. first day is clear skies, and we have whoops. We have no encounters. So we rest, and the second day. Ooh, scorching heat. Blistering heat's unpleasant to travel in. Creatures that attempt to travel during the day, which you guys do, require twice the amount of water. Creatures that travel for more than 4 or more hours, which will include you guys. Let's make a DC 10 Constitution saving throw or gain 1 level of exhaustion. So I'm going to have you all just make one of those checks.
Before we roll them, on a day like today when it's super hot, could we just kind of choose not to travel and
Yes, you can.
wait it out?
You can. Yeah. Would you like to do that?
Well, does the whole crew potentially take exhaustion from this?
Yeah.
Yes. You totally could just sit there today.
I think we should just sit here.
During
Yeah.
the day.
Can we
Yeah.
sleep in the day and travel at night?
Ah. I don't like that just because of we can't see at all when we're traveling.
Right. No headlights.
Yeah.
What would you like to do?
Yeah, I think we take it easy today. Do as little maintenance work as possible, and whether it be not moving at all or moving as slow as possible to avoid the
Sure.
exhaustion, whatever the
Okay,
mechanic.
so yeah, you will lose a day.
Try to catch some wind in the sails. Ladybird's going around making sure everybody's hydrated.
And then that day, there are
Real quick side note, Keegan, are you keeping track of the rations for the boat, or should I?
I kept track last session, but yeah, so now you've expended 2,
Okay.
so yeah, just keep that in
Yeah,
mind.
so we're down to
that
20.
obviously you spent a ship supply for that. It's
Yeah,
kind of the
we're down to
only
20 now.
downside, at least right now, because there's no timely events to be keeping track of, and there are again no encounters in the next day. Boom, clear skies, and you guys will go ahead and move 3. I actually think you can go in this X right here.
Here's
Yeah, and if there's any downtime stuff that like you think is important, let me know. But it's pretty much just like if you were going to do some crafting or if you're doing some cooking, but the cooking wouldn't be important for these days. So, yeah, and again, no encounters, clear skies. Okay. And jeez. Okay, and then there will be scorching heat on the 4th day. Are you guys gonna park it again?
Yes.
Okay.
I
Yeah.
think.
I think so too.
Yep.
Wait, we can move for 4 hours and just use double water, but with no exhaustion effects, correct?
Sorry?
Is that
Oh,
what
yeah.
it says?
Oh yeah, you're right. I guess yeah, because there's only
So we could take a square, maybe.
yeah. I'll give you
3
a square.
hours and 59 minutes.
I'll give you a square for both of the
Oh,
days. Yeah.
Oh.
Okay, and no encounters again. And then the last day, let me go ahead.
Is that a land adventure? Because it seems like it's in our adjacent hex, which is we'd have to move into it either way.
Yeah, so yeah, you could actually, yeah, you could. That's a good point. Yeah, you could dock here and then move over. I don't think. Let me zoom in.
I think both of it we need to move into the adjacent hex.
So it's up to you. So you could dock the ship in this square, or you could dock the ship up here.
Does Thadra, I think Steiner approached it with this impasse. He would ask her, what's the most efficient way of getting in there?
It would probably be better to dock it further south if we could.
Yeah, I think we can wait until tomorrow, make haste south, and then move in.
Let's roll the. Okay, clear size. So yeah, you guys can do that there. Is there any? Does anyone want to try to cook? Besides,
it's an intelligence check.
I'll try it.
okay. So yeah, if you don't have proficiency, you'll just roll a flat int check.
Steiner could try. My int's +2. What's yours?
Mine's +1, so that's better.
Yeah, +2 int. Get on that shit.
Yeah.
And you're
Steiner,
using Spinner's Cook's tools, just so you know.
Okay. What are my options to cook?
You should roll int.
One.
You have to.
Yeah,
you don't have any
like that.
recipes or.
A hearty meal.
Yeah, you have to do a hearty meal, so it's a DC 20, I believe.
Hearty meal.
I
With advantage because I'm on a boat.
Sure. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So you guys can have the benefits of a hearty meal. Let me go ahead and add this under your sheet, actually. So I don't know if I did this before. So yeah, you can actually just add it into your global save modifier. I'm gonna do it for Bjorn right now, just so you can see how to do it. Or I guess you guys can't see it, so I can kind of add it to you all.
Global
I'm
save
looking
mod?
on the stream.
Yeah, if you go up to your global save mod, you can just add a new one, do a hearty meal, and then just say 1, and you can check it, and that'll be active. So all the saves you make will automatically roll +1.
One. That's awesome.
Mhm.
We should be doing this more.
Yep.
Steiner, you're chef daddy now.
I'm gonna keep like one captain's hat, Baldebrack's old hat, and I'm gonna keep a chef's hat too. We'll switch them back and forth. And sorry, I kind of missed how do I add this?
Yeah, I got
+1
you.
save?
So yeah, I can show you. So let's go to your sheet. So you see in the top left-ish under your saves where it says global save modifier?
If on my token or something? Or?
No, on your sheet.
Oh, on my sheet. Yeah.
Yeah, and then you hit that little plus button.
Save fire. See global attack modifier, global damage.
No,
modifier.
up the top. So go to your saves, right?
Yes.
And then right under it, global save modifier.
Oh, global save modifier.
Yep, and then hit the plus button.
Plus hearty meal.
Yep, and then just put a 1. You don't need to roll anything. And then you just check it when it's done.
That'll
And
look
then
like
hit the
I
little
have it.
cog again,
Right.
and you're good to go. And then once
Sweet.
you don't have it, you just uncheck it, and you're good to go.
Okay, awesome.
All right. And with that, you guys will head into the jungle. Who are you bringing with you?
What's the max we can bring?
So it's not honestly, you can bring a whole lot if you want. Past 6, you have disadvantage on stealth checks and you move a little slower, but you're not really moving very far. So if you're not worried about stealth, you can bring your whole crew if you want.
Is that 6 including us?
Yeah, it's just something to be like aware of, and I'm just kind of telling you this to be nice. But if you bring a lot of like lower level people to fights, it can help you obviously because you just have more action economy, but you end up losing a lot of resources because a lot of them will probably die. So you might lose 3 or 4 crew members, and it might not be worth it just for to kill Thousand Teeth.
Just to kill Thousand Teeth?
I think we bring Micmac, Anna.
Not Micmac.
We are funneling all this good shit onto.
Okay, fine. Micmac should stay actually because he still has disadvantage on all of his checks.
Micmac
Yep.
will die if you bring him with us.
Yeah,
You gotta be
definitely,
okay with that.
No, we'll leave Micmac. Micmac's gonna be practicing in the crow's nest.
Well, I forgot to level. Anna and Micmac are gonna level with you guys. What about that?
Oh, never mind. Micmac's
Wait,
back
no,
on.
because you leveled to level
Micmac.
5, right?
Yeah.
Or no, it's from the level. Yeah, so they would level. Okay.
Anna for sure.
Yeah.
Anna for sure.
Maybe
Cyrus.
fucking Spinner?
Spinner. We could do us 3, Cyrus, Spinner. Oh, well, Cyrus, Spinner, Anna, and then assuming we probably need to leave one room for Daedra.
I think we leave Cyrus.
He's pretty good though.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
mean
Cyrus.
he hits hard. Okay, yeah, maybe we bring Cyrus. I think we should try not to have that stealth disadvantage.
So let's leave Spinner.
Yeah, Spinner can stay on the crew and watch Micmac. Cyrus,
Micmac.
Anna, and the scout.
Okay.
And
She's not gonna fight.
yeah,
She does have a bow.
Okay.
I guess before we headed out, does she have an estimate as to? She said that they fought the villagers. They were unable to evade them. How many villagers are we talking that were hostile?
We were ambushed by a number of them. It's their territory. It was around 5 to 10. It wasn't a clear route. We won the fight, but there were some captives taken.
I think we just gotta keep it lean.
Yeah.
And like, we can't bring. I don't think we should bring Spinner because he's important on the boat,
Yeah, you're right.
and people have to watch the boat, or at least I think they do. I don't know.
I think this is good anyway.
Okay.
We don't want to have too many cannon fodders.
Yeah.
So us three, Cyrus, Anna, and Tadra.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, awesome. And yeah, I just got done leveling them up, so that works.
Perfect.
Cool.
And with that, you guys will head into the jungle.
We'll bring Micmac on a less perilous adventure.
Yeah.
Sure. Okay.
Also, yeah. Micmac might feel some type of way about killing the gator.
And as you're journeying through the jungle, Phaedra will turn to you and she'll say,
I know how to get there, but I've never approached from this direction. It'll be shorter, but just keep your eye out.
Can we all go stealth?
"Sure, yeah. Let's get a group stealth check from you guys."
I'm just sorry in advance, everybody. I don't know why I gave disadvantage. Is it because my armor? No.
Okay. So you guys are moving pretty stealthily through the.
Do mine. Horrible.
Still pass. So yeah, you guys definitely you're moving pretty stealthily through the jungle. Being led by Phaedra. She's quiet. At certain points, she'll tell someone to get down, and she'll stop, or certain things are happening. But it seems odd to you guys because you don't necessarily see much going on. And Cyrus at one point will turn to Bjorn and say, "Do you think this half-elf mongrel knows what she's doing?"
Shh. We'll shush him and keep him kind of waving forward.
Okay.
While Ladybird is kind of creeping through the jungle, I think part of the reason her stealth was so low is because she was looking at the different herbs and spices as she passed.
Sure.
That's true.
Can I make my foraging check?
No, you're gonna have to rest to do it. Unless so.
That's not what the gathering process says in that handout you gave.
Okay, so I could be wrong. So what does it say in there?
Make an intelligence nature check to locate, identify, and harvest local fauna. You make the check advanced. But it's saying you do this while you're traveling, depending on your traveling speed.
Okay.
Sets the DC. So dedicated search without traveling is DC 12, slow pace 15, normal 18, fast 21. But it's all based on when you're traveling.
So I interpreted that. So in the here, I'll show you. I'll pull this up. Tell me what you think about this. So we can totally change it if you want. So I incorporated it into camping and resting, basically. Oh, that's not even the right thing. It's actually in the foraging sheet. Sorry. So I have that in here, but I assumed that was like a check that you made while camping, and that was like your camping check, and it depended on what you did that day as far as traveling goes, or like what you're gonna do. So if you're just like chilling and long resting in an area, then you can just get the DC 12. Or if you didn't do anything that day, but like while you were camping, if you traveled fast, then you're gonna have a DC 21 for some reasons. But I mean, I'm okay with it too if we want to make it.
I just know we're not like camping a lot at all, and already the system is hard. Like crafting the math doesn't work.
Sure. Yeah, and I guess
Like,
we probably want Ladybird keeping watch or
To
something
buy
like that. So
a
I'm
reagent
okay with it. Let's
to
do
make
a DC
healing
18 foraging check.
Okay, cool. I will take it with advantage, but it's only at a +3. Because I'm proficient in nature and I have proficiency in the kit.
Okay.
Wait, actually, let me just... Okay, the crafting I can make with a better skill, but right now it's just nature with advantage.
Okay.
14. So no dice.
Okay, gotcha. So yeah, you don't necessarily see much, even though it has impacted your stealthing. And as you guys continue through the jungle, you come to a river. And Phaedra wades through this river and gets to the edge of it and beckons you guys over. And as you enter the river, move you over. And we got Ladybird, Steiner, Bjorn, Anna, Cyrus, and we've got, of course, Phaedra. Okay. Now, can you guys position yourselves? I'm sure some of you will be out of the river. Well, actually, she would have crossed over here, so you guys would be down here. Some of you will probably be on this side. Some will be in the river, though. I'll say 2 of you are going to be in the river, at least. Can you guys place yourselves where you would be on the map? And if you want, I can put Cyrus and Anna in the river, too.
I'll take being in the river.
Okay.
Just because I probably would have been on a flank of some sort.
Sure.
It's like I'll probably
Cyrus.
say I was like over here or something like that.
Okay, awesome. So you guys are in the river. And as this happens, you feel something creeping up on you, Ladybird. And you reach down, and it's almost biting at your leg, and you pull it up, and there's a leech in your hand that you plucked off of your leg. And with that, you see much more stuff moving through the river. And 3 swarms of leeches are going to appear. And with that, we're going to have a battle.
Let's go.
Swarms.
Yeah, swarms are so fun, aren't they? Ladybird, you got the jump, obviously, because you were the first to identify that there was a leech on you. There's probably something wrong with this river.
Mm-hmm.
It is your turn.
Ladybird will, she reaches down and like grabs one of those leeches that looks just kind of fucked up and tosses it back probably into the swarm. And like when it lands in the water, there's like all the rippling and stuff like that, the boiling of the water. And she looks and sees that Bjorn is the only other one in the water and just knows that Bjorn will not be able to do shit, not even looking at the initiative. So she is going to dart over to Bjorn and try to pull him out of the water.
Okay. Just so you know, it is difficult terrain. How that'll work, I think you can move him if he's willing.
I'm willing.
It'll be half of your. It'll basically double your movement speed, Ladybird, but you can pull him.
Sure. Yeah. No, I'll do that.
And it is
So
difficult. It is difficult terrain too, so it's basically 4 times. So it'd take 20 feet to pull him out of your movement.
Yeah, 30 feet to do that. Yeah, and I'll do that. I'll move to this square right here, so that's 20 feet, and then I will move an additional 5 feet to drag him one off, 10 feet, additional 20 feet
Okay.
to drag us both up 2 more squares.
And then Bjorn, go up. Okay.
And I got 5 feet left, where I will then, yeah, actually stay right there.
Okay.
That's pretty heroic. Thank you.
And now this.
Um,
Or sorry, go.
and-
Keep going.
No, that's actually, sorry,
Okay.
that's it.
And now this swarm of leeches will scuttle and swim through the water. It will take a double movement to move onto Bjorn's square. Out of the water.
Oh no.
But it doesn't have anything else it can do. I don't think.
Does it provoke?
Yes, it does. So yeah, Bjorn, you see all these leeches just rushing out of the water to come at you, trickling up your legs out of the water. So yeah, it provokes from both of you if you would like to take an attack.
Oh yeah.
Wait. I think we've been going back and forth. Before they take a turn, you don't get your reaction, right?
Oh right, yeah, I'm sorry. So it would just be Ladybird. Sorry. Good. Thank you for reminding me.
Lame.
I just don't want us.
You
to
can,
get slapped.
Jack. So I have a rule that if you remind me of a rule, you get inspiration. So you can have inspiration if you don't have it yet.
Whoa.
I do not have it. I will absolutely take it, and I'll continue to narc on all y'all. Cool. Then yeah, I'm gonna take a swing down on those natty ass leeches.
Yep.
Pop.
That is a miss.
I'll use a hero point.
That is a hit.
Dope. Oh, we love it.
Okay. And now
Nice.
your hits are not magical yet, correct?
Yeah, and with the quarterstaff, they never will be. But it's bludgeoning.
Well, unless you had a magical quarterstaff.
True.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you start punch. You see Ladybird just stomping on leeches, punching them, and they're. But there's just so many coming out of the water that, and the swarm in nature seems to make it a little bit more difficult for you to do what you're trying to do, Ladybird.
Cool.
All right. And with that, Cyrus will go, and Cyrus will move up. He'll look over at Ladybird and Bjorn dealing with that stuff, and he will take a dodge action and await whatever comes out of the water, if something in fact does. Steiner.
Steiner will see that the leeches can actually leave the water, and that will frighten him a little bit. He will step up beside Cyrus, over and behind, and he's gonna ready a strike with his cutlass if the leeches jump out of the water.
Okay. It's that leech's turn, and the leeches will move like this. And as they enter, Steiner get an attack on them. And they seem uninterested in Cyrus. They're rushing for you, Steiner.
Unlucky. Oh, also unlucky.
That is a miss. And then
I
they will
Fuck, we'll lose my reaction. Never
they
mind.
will move into Steiner's square. Provokes another attack from you, Steiner, but you don't have another opportunity. Cyrus will
Correct.
take his, and he'll slash at him with his longsword. Hitting for 9 damage. And the
He hasn't had his
leeches,
turn yet, though,
they'll
has
get
he?
on your square, and it does have more than half its HP, so they'll try to lick up your leg and start biting you and tearing at your clothes. These leeches seem ferocious. Almost like something's different about them. 5, they'll miss you. So your clothes, your armor, clinging to your body protects you. And then these ones will go.
Thanks, Cyrus.
5, 10,
He had his turn.
20, 25, 30. And they will move, double move on top of Anna's square. And now Anna will go. Anna will 5-foot step out. And then she will rapier attack, hitting the leeches.
Nice.
She does not have the sneak attack yet, unfortunately.
Bad.
For 12 piercing. She starts piercing the leashes with her rapier. Phaedra will go, and she'll move up. She'll look over and say, "Oh my gosh, watch out!" And she'll fire at you. She can have partial cover on these, but she does have multi-attack, so she'll fire twice. Her arrows fly wide. You can tell she's trying not to like hit you with all the leeches all over you, Bjorn. It's kind of affecting her shot. It is your turn now, Bjorn.
Excellent. Yeah, I'm gonna. I'm gonna sacred with War Thread. Do I still have penalties for doing ranged attacks up close?
You do. Sacred Flame is not an attack though, so you have absolutely no penalties for it.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna hit the leeches that I'm on with Sacred Flame.
Okay. That is dexterity. There's a failure, so they will take 11 radiant damage as you scorch in the leashes with your radiant fire. And it seems like that's doing a lot better job at taking these things down.
And I'll step back.
Okay. A ladybird.
Yeah, Ladybird sees them toasty and will lay into them with a bunch of things. With the staff.
Does a hit. Yes, and you smash the last of these leeches, and they go down.
Nice.
And then she will... Difficult terrain in the river. Is that...
Yes, all the river spaces are difficult terrain.
Alright, she will... 1, 2, 5, 10, and then she will jump from this space. You can jump. You jump up your strength score, right?
Yep.
11 feet. Big hit.
Cowabunga.
Yeah.
Oh, bunga.
A freaking bunga. So 10. 20 feet puts her here. $30 feet. 40 feet. Yeah, she'll go to here with her movement. If that tracks to you. 30 feet, 40 feet. And then she's going to take her second attack.
Okay.
She'll use another hero point. Which will hit.
That was a miss.
Oh yeah? It misses?
Or no, sorry, you get flanking with Cyrus, so you as a hit.
15 plus the flank. So she does that.
Okay.
And then she's going to use her bony action to spend a key point and flurry of blows it. Because she doesn't have the leeches on Steiner. And will unload this one.
Yep.
Is another hit.
Yep.
Still up?
Yep.
Alright. That's a miss.
Point.
And then the last one, as she follows it up with an elbow. At disadvantage is also a miss. Plus, unless those 12, does 12 hit?
Yep.
Oh, so they're both hits.
Wait, why do you get 12 though?
Is it +1 or does
It's
Steiner
+1,
count?
yeah. The on the square does not count as direct flank.
Okay.
Oh.
Then 2 more misses.
Okay.
Damn.
All right, and then with that, the Storm Leeches is dead. Cyrus will go. Cyrus swings his longsword. 13 hits for 8 damage. Cutting down another one of the leeches. And that will be his turn. Steiner.
Steiner will bonus action step here, and take a swing with the scimitar again.
Wait, this one's dead, right?
Nope.
No.
Oh, I thought you said cut down the leeches. Sorry.
Cut down
a
some of them.
singular
You're
leech.
still, yeah. 2 or 3.
Yeah. Steiner's seeking to finish him off.
Mhm.
Not when you're
That is a
rolling like
miss.
this. Yeah. This one goes next.
Mhm.
I don't think I even kill him if this goes through, so that's fine.
Okay.
I'm gonna
Leech
use my
here
reaction. Wait, hold
will.
on.
Wait.
Sorry.
You're using...
I'm gonna use my reaction with a brand new feature,
Okay.
Whoa.
which will force you, Steiner, to re-roll. And I'll say, use the flat.
Steiner, you're forced to re-roll.
Okay.
Okay, that hits.
Twist my arm, why don't you? The flat. Why didn't I think of that?
For the smooshing.
All right. 5. Yeah, so you slash a number of them. There's a couple more leeches left. Very few. And they
There's
will
one
bonus.
magic damage in there.
Is there one magic?
I think
Yeah,
because
you-
it's a +1.
The cutlass is magic.
It's already applied, isn't it? Yeah, it's already applied.
Oh, I didn't know if
Yeah,
there
I
were differences or whatever.
Yeah, I didn't have rounding down and stuff. Yeah, okay. I just thought I'd let it be known.
Okay, it is known. The leeches will bonus action step forward towards you, and they'll attack you with less than half of their health.
Hopefully that makes them worse.
It does. 20.
20 will do it, though.
Okay. They'll bite you for 4 piercing damage. And Steiner, as they bite you, I need you to save a DC, or sorry, it's just a Constitution saving throw against leech fever.
Oh, neither
Let me read this. This anemia-causing disease comes from the bite of infected leeches. It is otherwise not contagious. Anybody bitten by a DC 16 Constitution saving throw contracts the disease. Disease incubates for about somewhere between 3 days and 1 day, causing symptoms. At this point, the anemia causes 2 levels of exhaustion. Exhaustions cannot be eliminated while the disease is still active. After the symptoms have developed, victim may attempt another saving throw. 2 consecutive saving throws indicates the victim is thrown off the disease. Exhaustion can then be removed normally. Lesser restoration heals it. So you basically, can potentially die from this leech fever.
That might need a tweak, though,
Why?
to the save structure. Just because we're doing gritty realism for rest. You're supposed to get a save every day.
Oh, does it say every day?
Well, it says you get a save every long rest, but the thing ticks on days.
Oh, that's a good point. Yeah.
I
Okay.
think you would get, saves before it kicks
That is
in.
fair. Yeah.
You just die right away.
Opposed to, like,
How about
2 weeks from now, you
I'll
can
change to every
save.
time it ticks, you get a save.
Okay.
That seems. It's still a little more OP than it was, but it'll give you more saves, and it's kind of like it makes sense, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So every time it would tick, you get a save to see if it's going to tick.
30 leeches.
But yeah,
Even
it
if I use
doesn't.
0
Nothing
points,
happens
so-
now, so you're good to go. But just be aware that you are affected by leech fever.
Yes.
This leech will
Got
go.
the
It'll
fever.
move on top of Anna as they trickle up her leg. And this one has more than half its health. So this one will attack. 13 is a miss on Anna with her new armor.
Thank goodness for that.
And it is her turn, and she will... You can see she's trying to get away from these things. She steps away. Actually, she will bonus action disengage. And...
Yeah.
Well, first she'll attack, sorry. Hitting it. Okay.
Stud.
Yeah, she will run. She does not like bugs, so she'll run over here. Phaedra will go. She'll step up and she'll fire at these leeches. They do have some cover. Hits once. Killing the last leech, she pierces it to a tree. As those leeches go down. Bjorn.
Still have range. Alright, they just moved on me. Yep, I'll Sacred Flame them.
Okay. Are you... No, these ones are dead. Are you in range of these ones down here?
Yeah.
Oh, it's 60? Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. That is a failure. 3 radiant damage. You scorch some more leeches. 3 more to be exact. Ladybird.
Yeah, she's going in. We'll rush up to them. Do that diagonal so it's not provoked.
That's a hit.
And another one.
Smack 3 of them. That'll hit as well. Okay. Kill 6 of them with stomping and punching. And there's still 3 left.
Bonus action, she's going to punch in the head.
Yeah.
That shouldn't be at disadvantage.
That's fine.
But at disadvantage for, well.
Okay, and with that, you kill the last of the 3 leeches. And you guys are victorious.
We love it.
We love it.
With an ill captain. Well, ill in a couple of days.
Yeah, what are you talking about? I feel fine.
And Phaedra will chime up. I'm sorry, I haven't come this way before. Be careful in the water.
Are there leeches or
Realistic.
something?
Sorry?
I was kidding.
Oh. Come on. We're almost there.
I'll move up just to those leeches that seem to be chomping at Steiner, and I'll just take a couple of them and I'll put them in my bag.
Okay. Sure, you have some dead leech bodies. However many you want. Up to 66 of them.
Yeah, so 5.
All 66 in the bag of holding.
Oh, true. Who has the bag of holding? Actually, that probably.
Yeah, that's something we probably should know.
Yeah.
Should not be doing.
I think I might be a good fit for it. I'm
Movement
kind of
speed.
around a lot.
Yeah.
Likeliness to die.
Oh.
I like that. Yeah, I'll take it out of the group inventory if you want to add it to your sheet.
Yeah, and that means for the stuff that I'm holding, I can pretty much... I can throw like my healer's kit in there and all that other shit.
Yeah, so you probably don't have to worry about encumbrance much.
Yeah, and already I've got like a foot locker that I've been tracking. So yeah, I've got stuff like my healer's kits. My herbalism kit is pretty heavy. I've got rope that's pretty heavy. Rope is 10 pounds, a bag of holding's 15. It's like right there, it makes it worth it for me.
Yeah.
Can you guys move yourselves where you'd be in this box? You guys are headed in the direction Phaedra's going.
I'd probably be like...
Come. With that, as you are moving, can I get a group perception check?
Yes.
Might roll well.
Okay. Ladybird, as you're moving, Phaedra is not aware of this, but you hear some rustling in the trees. You look up and you see a tiny koala-esque creature. It's more muscled though, and it's got large sharp teeth and big razored claws. You see it up in the tree next to you, and it sound and it goes.
I've seen these fuckers before, right?
You have.
Oh.
Yeah, Ladybird will sound out a little whistle that I think the crew would at least know of, like, be on your guard, it's about to go down.
And you hear it start going all around you. You guys, because Ladybird was aware, you were not surprised, any of you. So that is nice. But
That is nice.
Zorbos are gonna appear, ready to ambush you. With that, we'll begin. We're gonna do this song. Okay.
All right, Zorbos. Oh, look at all that AC.
And Anna is up first. Anna will move up here. That's a song, isn't it? No, this one. Do in the midst. She will walk up and she will rapier attack this Zorbo. Let me see.
Easy hit. Good job,
I'm
Anna.
trying to find out what these things do. Yes.
I think he said something about poison with them again.
Nope, no poison.
Okay.
Are these humanoids?
Ooh, okay, so this one is in a tree. That is a hit against the Zorbo. These Zorbos are not humanoids, no. Well, actually, you don't know that. Anna will hit the Zorbo with her rapier, dealing 9 piercing damage to it. A Ladybird.
Is there a quick knowledge check that I can attempt to make?
Yep, it's a bonus action nature check.
Nope. Will not do that. This one is up in a tree as well.
This one is up in a tree as well.
Do I know any idea of what the mechanical implications of that is?
Nope. Not until you make the bonus check.
Alright, well then I will kind of hop up and try to whack it out of the tree. Two-handed. Oh! Crit!
That is in fact a hit. Even though it's in a tree.
Yeah, no, this is a good one.
Hard to believe.
So first we're just going to do the damage. And then it's ejected 5 feet away from me.
Okay. So you
So how's
knock it
that-
out of the tree, it'll fall down, it'll take some falling damage as well.
Great.
Huh. Damn.
And then Ladybird closes on it like a raptor.
Sure. These are all difficult terrain, by the way, when you're moving through these trees. Just so you know.
Okay. I'll add 10 feet of movement.
Let me see if it's prone or not.
We're hitting at advantage anyway, but I think...
Oh, okay. Never mind then. Fair enough.
So then the second attack will come down with advantage after the Crusher kind of kicks in.
That is a hit. Wait, okay, so let me make sure. Oh, no. That is a miss.
16 misses?
16 misses.
Damn. Okay.
I'll explain the mechanic later, but it is a miss right now.
Okay.
And you notice, Ladybird, as it falls, its hide changes when it contacts the earth.
Okay. I'll spend a point then, and I'll punch it. How's a 24?
That is a hit. 9.
9
All right,
more.
how do you want to kill it?
It'll just be like a stomp it with the foot, just like on its throat. Looks around to identify the next target. Use 10 feet of movement so far. what's the difficult terrain going on here? Why
Just
am I...
every square with a tree is a difficult terrain house. Or square,
Okay.
excuse me. And
Is
then
that-
stones will have to be climbed over or jumped over.
How's this? Is that regular?
That is difficult because it's when you step out of it. But that hex itself is also difficult terrain. Yeah.
Okay. So 20 feet, 20 more feet to go here.
Yep.
Doke. Sorry. Is this a clear shot to go south?
Yes.
Okie doke. 1, 2, 3. I still have 5 left over.
Okay.
And then I have 1 more, well, technically 2 more as part of the flurry of blows. So the second flurry of blow attack goes up at this fucking gerbil.
And this one is in a tree.
It's not a crit.
Okay. 17 is a
regular
hit
attack.
on it.
Okie dokie. Damasio.
Punch up
that's
at it
just
for 8. Okay. Boom.
And
Get a good clock
then
in the
follow up
jaw.
at disadvantage. 11?
11 will be a
12?
miss. 12 will be a miss as
Alright.
well.
Yeah. That's it. That's
Alright.
all she got.
This
So many things
Zorbo
in a turn.
will
Oh,
go-
that's all?
Yeah, that's it. Just
Zorbo
a modest.
moves here, and you see it hop from this tree to this tree, and it hops from this tree to this tree, and it'll double move, hopping from this tree to this tree over here. And then it will drop down onto the earth. You see it absorb something from the earth as it touches it. Phaedra will bonus action step back from it and fire it twice, missing twice as it clinks off its hide. This Zorbo will hop down onto the ground in the same square below the tree, and then it will attack Ladybird.
Cool.
22.
Yeah, that'll hit.
Alright. Does 13 slashing damage.
Jesus Christ!
And you're not wearing armor, right?
No, I'm not wearing
Right,
it.
then you were fine. Yeah, it slaps you, and you see it's super angry, and goes... It's angry that you just clocked it in the face. Also, you killed its brother. This one's dead over here. Steiner.
Steiner will cast Silent Image. And he would like to kind of create an effigy very similar to one of these trees / shrubberies that are surrounding him. He would like to put it just kind of right in front of him, right in this hex right here.
Is it just a 5 feet thing, or
Say it again.
is it just a 5 foot like square, or how big is it?
It can be up to 15 feet cube. So I get
That's good.
yeah, maybe like an I don't know how I can mark this well.
Like that? You can move
Yeah,
it.
even one up. Yeah, like, you know,
Boom.
kind of
Okay.
up to here. Yeah, so kind of right there. I would just kind of like to extend the shrubbery, and I'm happy to tell you what I want to happen, but that is all the spell will do.
Yeah, tell me your intentions with this.
Sure. So Steiner is hoping, having now he
That
has
they're gonna
seen
hop
the
to that
move
shrubbery
kind of
and fall?
swinging from. Yeah, they're swinging from treetop to treetop. I'm hoping that they will try to swing through that and just, you know, grasp
Wicked.
at thin air and fall and
Sure.
slam their faces.
Okay.
And then he will take a step back behind Big Beefy Cyrus. And that would be it.
All right. Cyrus will go, and he will come to the aid of Ladybird and slice at this Zorbo, who's now on the ground, hitting it, cutting its head off. You see its and its head just comes up in the air and then falls down on the ground. Terrible creatures. Seems Cyrus knows these, and this Zorbo will hop over here and move, and it will make. Is it an action to make this check? Let me make sure. Should we use its action? Yeah, it'll spend its action to investigate this new tree that just popped up here. It's very curious about this thing. And yeah, it does not. It thinks it's a tree. It's like, yeah, it just popped up. That's just odd, but I'm gonna try out this tree. And it'll go and fall down, and it will take 1 damage. And it'll have to make. I'll give it disadvantage on this because it didn't expect to make a hop down check. So yeah, and it will go prone as well. And then it will stand back up. And then it'll look around. It's very, very confused why it's going through this tree. And then it'll move forward towards Steiner. But it spent its action, so it has nothing it can do. Bjorn.
Yep, I will cast Bless
Okay.
on myself, Steiner, and Ladybird.
Okay.
Yes.
Bless it.
You'll cast yes.
And then I will 5, 10.
I'd casted it for you just so you know. It
Thank
should,
you.
or actually, it might not automatically on your sheet for some reason. So you might have to go ahead and subtract it. I'm sorry. I still need to fix your. I don't know why your sheet's still not working.
I don't mind just tracking it. It's not a big deal.
Okay.
Yeah, and then I move him back into this little group right here.
Okay.
That's my turn.
Awesome. And now this Zorbo will go. This one will also hop like this, and it'll also spend its action on this curious new. Yeah, and it will also his face plants. Let's see if it goes prone. It does not go prone, but it does take, or it doesn't take a damage either. Or no, I'll say it does take a damage, but it just doesn't go prone. So yeah, it lands on its legs, and then it'll move.
Oh.
So go ahead, Steiner.
What's the mechanic for standing up? Is it a
Half
bonus
movement
action?
speed.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, these things are. They have a lot of movement speed when they're hopping between
Gotcha.
trees. Yeah. And it will.
Little freaks.
It will finish moving here, but it has no action.
It provoked from Anna, though, right?
It does, in fact. But she will take that. Hitting.
Oh, yes, you will.
Yes, you will.
8. Piercing.
Yes, queen.
All right. Ladybird is your turn.
Oh.
And if you want, you guys have those little check boxes on your sheet for Bless that you can just activate when you have Bless on you, and it'll just auto roll.
I did.
Okay, cool.
Appreciate.
Yep.
5, 10, 15, 20.
No, those are difficult terrain, just remember.
Yeah. So
Okay.
I was saying
Cool.
5, 10,
Oh, right, gotcha, okay.
20.
Yeah, it's only moving out of a difficult terrain hex, so into is fine.
Oh. Okay, so that's 5 and 15.
Okay.
And then 20, 25 for the second diag. I'll take that. Like boy, and I'm gonna kill this frickin' lizard. And we'll go pop, pop, pop.
They're not lizards, they are koala-esque creatures.
It's a lizard. It's 20 plus 1, not
That is a
disadvantage.
hit.
Plus another 2.
Yeah. 6. Okay.
Horrible. And
Unlucky.
attack number 2. Plus 2.
That is a hit. Plus 2? Yeah, that is a hit, yeah. Okay. Nice.
10 DiMaggio. Still up?
Still up.
Again.
Yeah. Flurry of blows.
Okay.
Burning another key point. Plus 2.
That is a hit. Okay.
Yeah, that was a 28.
And with
yeah.
that, you just clobber it from the back and then put one resounding fist into the back of its head, and it falls down. Lifeless.
Then I will use the follow-up elbow strike. Ha-cha-cha. At disadvantage.
Here we go.
Into the one next to it.
That's a hit.
Whoa.
That'll
Hit on
do.
elbow strike. Okay.
6
You
DiMaggio.
throw your elbow into its back.
And then for the last bit, she pulls it back, centers herself, and lays a hand of healing on herself.
Okay.
For 6.
Nice. All right. And now this Zorbo will go, and it runs up, and it swipes at Thaedra. His destructive claws completely whiffing. Thaedra dances out of the way, and Thaedra will disengage and move like this, away from the Zorbo. She's afraid. This one is dead. Steiner, we're concentrating. I don't know what happened to your concentration.
Yeah.
It's weird.
Do you have your bless box checked?
I do have my bless box checked, but I don't think it will be necessary. I think that I'm gonna take the step bonus action.
Okay.
And move away from. Well, actually, wait. Does that? Before I do that, I think I will take a swing with my cutlass at this Zorba.
Okay.
My goodness. Yeah.
That is a miss.
Yeah.
Dance out of the way.
All right. Yeah. Then I'm getting to stepping, so I'm gonna bonus action step out of the way and try to kind of slink in between here and kind of shield myself between it.
Okay.
All your friends.
Plethora of bodies.
Cyrus will move here, and then he'll swipe at the Zorbo, hitting at 18 for 10. Right, and is this Zorbo's turn? And it looks from Ladybird to Cyrus, and it'll bonus step in. These things are fucking crazy. You notice they're like all about
That provokes
attacking
from
it.
bonus step.
Yeah, it's bonus, yeah. And then he will attack Cyrus. Missing Cyrus. Bjorn.
All right. Yeah, I'm going to Sacred Flame this one right here, the one's inside here.
Sure.
One in the kill box.
Mm-hmm.
That is a failure. Takes 8 flaming radiant damage. It is still up as you singe its toes and its legs, but it is buckling. It's quite hurt. Anything else?
Yeah, I'll step back in line with the boys.
Okay. And Anna will try to put it away.
Little conga line going on.
And Anna pierces it through the head and kicks off its body, and it falls down lifeless next to its Ladybird. There's one Zorbo left.
Yeah. Whirl of the staff into action. Choo, choo, choo. Choo. Plenty of movement. We'll go there, actually. And we'll unload. Pop. Done. Gonna take that as a hit.
That is a
13.
hit.
My God.
Pop number 2.
That is a hit.
All right.
Wow.
I'm rolling the nat
Beat
one.
the
so you
shit
don't
out
have
of
to.
him.
The build has started to kick in, boys. Only took 5 levels. Still up?
Still up.
Bonus action. Just elbow to the face, no flurry of blows.
Okay. That is a hit.
Fuck.
Damn, the rolls, man. And with that, Ladybird
Let's go,
puts the
Ladybird.
last Zorbo down. And you guys are victorious with only one of you getting hit. No armor compromised.
And I think
they do.
it's a little bit carnivorous what Ladybird does to this